I'd say it'd be about 20-ish minutes.
Okay. I'll go for it.
All right. So you head off, towards where you were pointing the direction to. Knowing the city like you do, you definitely know that it's one of the seedier parts of town.
Okay, I want to go ahead and I want to just spin myself up a little mage hand companion.
Okay. So you're just like, what's
Cool.
that?
Yeah, and he's just hanging out on my shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So there's just a neon pink mage hand right there.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're actually gonna, while you're walking, we're gonna check back in with Bjorn
Cool.
specifically.
All right.
So, Bjorn.
Yo.
Okay, hold on.
Stream went down for a second. They didn't see if the stuff was paid for or not.
Oh, if the stuff was paid for in the shop? Okay. So I heard that stream went down for a minute. I am sorry about that, guys. Everything Etlin picked up was paid for. The entirety of his shopping trip cost about 1 gold. You know, local like mom and pop shop kind of prices. They're trying to stay relevant, but at the same time trying to stay true to what they are. So, then he left, and he's on his way to go meet with a friend of Malachi, so one of the proprietors of the Tedious Tinkerworks, because he said that he had a friend who was into some less than legitimate business that might be able to identify some objects for them.
But then we were coming back to them boys in my house.
Danger.
Yeah. So now back in, we're jumping in with Bjorn. While you're standing there, kind of keeping guard, the whole room kind of fades to black around you.
Oh, okay.
And as it goes black, you're sitting in you're sitting in this dark abyss, and suddenly a campfire in front of you just kind of lights, and it's just you and this campfire in this dark abyss.
Oh, okay.
And as you sit there, there's a low, just a low like rumbling voice. It's like, getting all tongue tied here. I've seen the work you've done, boy.
Boy.
I've seen the work you've done, boy. Now it's time to prove your valor. And
Who's that?
out of the darkness, a large bear comes like padding up towards the fire and just looks you dead in the eyes, but not in a threatening way.
Yeah, like, bears.
No, so it's not in a threatening way. And I need you to roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Team. 17?
All right, that's 17. You're able to identify that the voice that was speaking to you is actually coming from the bear.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, I've seen the works you've done and the strength you possess, but do you possess the courage to channel my being and kin?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Indeed we shall. Roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
I thought they were gonna play chess or something.
17.
17.
Dun 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 dun.
All right, so the bear then just kind of disappears in smoke, and in his place are 3 goblins. And
Okay.
these 3 goblins,
Shadow clone jutsu.
these 3 goblins, each of them already squared up and ready to go, but you do have the initiative on them, so you're up first. They're about 10 feet away, all 3 of them kind of standing in a line in front.
This is nuts.
Do I have any of my weapons with me?
Make a perception check.
Good question.
That's a really good question.
I would have just run into it because I'm an idiot.
And you have magic.
Perception.
He
In
believes
the
in
mage hand.
magic.
That's
In this young
18.
girl's heart.
No, 19.
Oh,
Okay, so 19.
Yeah.
You look over, and in your hand, it just kind of materializes your great axe.
All right.
Throw
Let's
it.
do
It'll come
this.
right back, boy.
Boy.
Zoom.
All right. I'm gonna say fuck it and just rage and attack the first goblin.
Hell yeah.
Right from-
Ugh. So you rage out, and you go to swing at the first goblin. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
That's 14.
14's going to hit. Roll damage. Are you
Alright.
doing this one-handed or two?
2.
All right, so roll your d10 for your damage.
The D10 or D12?
Great axe is versatile, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a d8 for one hand, d10 for two.
Okay. So
So he's
where am I?
all raging. So he's all.
I was wondering when the Mjorn jokes were going to start.
Of course, of course.
He's bristling at the chance to fight.
Oh my god.
6, 3, that's 12.
So 12 damage?
Yes.
All right. So this first one, you rage and you're just like, I've killed enough of you to know. And you, like, your muscles tighten. You bring that axe straight over and just cleave straight into this dude's head, just like splitting him like a melon. And you bring it back, just, and the other two kind of look at each other. Do you have any bonus actions or anything like that you can take yet?
I don't think so.
You're
All right.
raging.
So then the next
I do
one.
not.
So the goblin on the left,
hmm
he steps up to try and take a stab at you. What's your armor class?
It's 14.
Okay, so he just misses. He actually swings in, and he catches you a little bit. Like the blade, you feel it connect, but it was more of the flat side. So he it spun in his hand weird and caught you instead of with the edge, just pop. And so he just kind of smacked you with a piece of metal. So it really didn't do much. And the other one, he goes to swing from the other side, but you very easily just kind of push his hand out of the way. Just pathetic. And then it's back up to the top of the round. So it's up to you.
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Nice. Back to me, I guess. Right. So just I guess continue attacking. That's 13.
13 is gonna hit. Roll your damage.
All right, roll my damage. The 3 plus that. That's 8.
All right, 8. So 8, you come in and you get this guy just right under the arm and the ribs. Wham! And it buries deep. And when you go to pull the axe out, it gets a little bit stuck, but you're able to kind of get it back out, and he falls to the ground, just crumpled in a mass of bloody ugh.
The blunder's back.
Gross.
Yeah. So
Turns out it's buy one get one free on dead people.
the other goblin, as you were actually cleaving into his comrade there, actually manages to get around behind you and comes in and just sinks a blade right into your back.
Jeez.
Coward.
And he sinks it in. You're raging, so there is you're all pissed off as it is, but you feel the blade go in and you flex really hard.
Oh, jeez.
And it kind of stops him from being able to push the blade any further, and you only take about 2 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
He's so meowerful.
Yes, meowerful.
Minus 12 points from Gryffindor for that pun.
I can't help it, guys. It's in my blood.
Flex.
So it is your swing again, Richard.
All right. Attack swing. Another 13.
13.
Uh-huh.
All right, that hits as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh. Attack's getting weaker and weaker. That's gonna be a 7.
A 7.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you feel the dagger go into your back, and just without even thinking, you just spin around and like backhand him more or less with the blade of your axe, and you just in one fell swoop just decapitation, and his body falls. Just
With a backhand?
Yeah,
With
just
a backhand? Jesus Christ.
with his axe, he spun around. He spun around like with
Andre
the axe out.
Agassi.
Oh, I was like, oh God.
So you spin around and you catch him just with the farthest tip of the axe that you could, but that's carrying enough momentum to grab and just rip, and the head falls right off and the body crumples. As the last body hits the floor, those goblins then turn to smoke as well. And you hear that same deep voice, "Impressive, but can you sustain yourself?" And
Jeez.
after, as soon as he's done talking, you hear a low, just like you're not quite sure if it's a chuckle or a growl. And you hear the footsteps. Duh, duh,
Oh no. No. Don't
walks
tell
out,
me.
and there's another. You recognize him right off from the one that you had fought in the city. It's a big, looks just like the big goblin, the hobgoblin that you had fought earlier.
Oh shit.
With that
Big
same
fatty's coming back.
with that same great sword, and he just looks at you and he goes, "It's good to be back." And I need you to roll initiative again.
God damn it. Alright, here we go. 16.
All right. So I actually nat 20'd that roll for him. So he's going first.
Oh shit.
He steps up and kind of drops his sword to the ground. "You got lucky last time, but I got you this time." And he swings it. He comes and like drags it along the ground and swings it up at kind of an angle like this at
Uh-huh.
you.
That's how you die.
And he definitely misses.
Oh, jeez.
So he swings and it's just a little bit too short. Like he misjudged the depth. I see what I did there. So he misjudged the depth on it and swings. You're able to kind of feel the breeze off of it a little bit actually.
Yeah, I remember this
And
sword
now
is
it's-
huge.
Yeah, now it's your attack.
Alright, go for attack roll. Ooh, a 19.
So that 19 is gonna hit.
Rolling for damage.
Hell yeah.
7, that's 12.
All right. So you come in with that 12 damage, and you slice him with, you come across with your axe, and you catch him just right across at almost the same angle that he swung at you. Just you were obviously a little bit better at it. So you leave a deep cut across his chest, and he starts to you could just feel the emanating anger and just seething hatred for you just burning off of this guy. He then tries to return the favor, except this time instead of coming at the angle, he just comes straight over the top and swings. But he, as he swings, he starts screaming, and he actually starts to rage himself.
Oh, shit.
What's your armor class again? 14?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. So
Not
it
a
does.
good question to be asked by the DM.
So he comes down, and it does connect. And you're gonna be taking.
My shoulder again.
You're gonna be taking 8 points of damage.
He's got health. He's the fighter.
He comes down and he buried the sword in one shoulder, so this time he does it on the other, just for symmetry. And when he feels the sword actually bite, he lets out just a terribly happy howl, just and tries to like pull it back out, but it gets a little bit stuck, so he has to kind of fidget with it for a minute. Now it's your attack, but it does come free. Bjorn, it's back to you.
Alright, let's end this dude. That is a 10.
10 is not gonna hit.
Shit. Damn it.
But
Other side, I got a blade on my shoulder.
yeah, he swings back and he also rolled a 10. So
Not all bad.
so those two swings were just kind of like dipping and ducking under each other's blades, kind of sidestepping and ducking a little bit. There was no clash. Like there was no actual clash. It's more of a it's more of testing each other's footwork at that point, trying to see who can be one step ahead.
So we're dueling.
Yeah. So Bjorn, now it's up to you.
All right.
Now it's up to you.
That is a 19.
19
Nice.
is gonna hit.
For damage. That is in 13 this time.
13. All right. How do you want to do it?
How am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna charge him and then do like almost a spin around swing with my axe to clip him in the back of the knee to knock him over. And then I'm just gonna like hop around, bring my axe down top of his head.
Excellent. So
Excellent.
Excellent. Yes.
everybody else is making puns. Damn it, I can make them too.
It was good. I liked it.
So you go through, and you said you wanted to catch him in the knee to like kind of drop him, right?
Yeah, do like a spin around with my axe and then clip him in the back of the knee.
All right. So you come around and you actually kind of spin move out of the way of one of his, like, as he's coming down at that angle trying to get you over the top, because it seems like the only swing he knows how to do. It's more power over finesse. But as it's coming down, you're able to kind of spin out of the way and catch him in the back of the knee with the axe. He lets out just the worst scream you've heard in, I wouldn't say ever, but in a long time, and falls to one knee. And you bring the axe back up and whap, just right in the dome and end the guy. He falls to the ground for the second time, lifeless.
And this time I actually killed him.
So
Oh well.
from,
Excuse me.
again from the shadows, you hear, "I'm pleased,
I'm pleased.
but how long can you stand?" And from the darkness even further, you hear a war horn just brrrr, and just a stampede of feet coming towards you. And as
I've
they
seen
get
this movie.
closer, and closer, you can smell them at this point. You smell blood and death and anger and weird kind of joy. All of these are smellable things. You've lived in the wilderness long enough that you can smell emotion,
So
kind
high.
of. So they're just sprinting at you, and the closer they get, the more you can make out their features, and it's just a full warband of orcs.
Oh, jeez.
So go ahead and roll one more initiative for me.
I was thinking like the Lion King, and it
14.
was going to be gazelles.
What was it?
13.
I thought it was going to be like
14.
gazelles. Oh,
So 14.
Yeah.
All right, as these things come in on you, the first one, like you hear some "Ah!" and "Ah!" and of dudes just like chucking javelins at you as they're running, and they're all kind of landing scattered about, just near you. None of them seem to connect. More thrown in your direction than actually aimed. Finally, two orcs, like the two fastest and the two biggest, get up on you. One with sword and shield, the other with just a nasty looking war maul. And the sword and shield guy comes up, and if you guys want proof, babe, for verification, can you verify that I rolled these 20s?
shit.
So the first one comes up and slams you with the shield and comes over the top and just buries his sword right about here. And you would be taking 3 points of damage.
All right.
Your damage resistance from rage is kind of saving your life right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I was
seriously.
like, it was a nat 20, so wouldn't it be max damage? But yeah.
I got
So-
the rage.
And then the other attack, the big war maul, he also rolled a 20. But so he comes in and just right over the top just both hands coming straight down at your dome with this big nasty warmaul. And he's actually hitting you for
37.
he's hitting you for 24.
Oh.
24. I'm down.
You're down?
Yeah, I had 21 health.
All right.
Last
So
attack.
it just smacks you right in the forehead, and you collapse. And you hear the same deep voice. I expected as much. And then
Screw you, bear.
everything in the room comes back. Everything in the room comes back to light. The drow is still there. Armand is sitting on the other side of the room, fiddling with an amulet. And you're not injured.
Do I notice anything?
Make a perception check.
God, what's my perception again?
It goes up for wisdom.
Yeah, it's got a thing. What do you call it? A thingy.
Mhm.
What is that? Oh, I thought it was a 7. It's a natural 1. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, no. You're too immersed in trying to figure out this amulet. So
Go away, you dice.
Richard, when Bjorn comes back to his he's not wounded at all. The stabs that he took are gone. There's no dagger in your back. The splitting pain of getting smacked in the forehead is gone. But in the palm of your hand is a bear claw.
Oh, nice.
Eat it.
It's actually a pretty ornately carved bear claw. If you needed more hints, that's your bear totem for level 3.
Yeah, I got it. I
All
got
right,
it, dude.
just making sure that you weren't that I was good there. So Armand, at this point, after everything had after everything with him that you didn't see, you've actually spent enough time with this amulet to figure it out, and you completely understand what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
You weren't just sold a piece of junk. You were sold an amulet that once a day you can use its activation phrase or word that, since you attune to it, you can now decide. You can activate it once a day to project an astral shield in front of you that would raise your armor class by 2.
Okay. In the meantime, has the drow done anything? Is he still unconscious?
He is still out.
Okay, but he's not dead.
He's as far as you can tell, he's just unconscious.
Cool.
Cool. So now we're jumping back over to Etlin. You've been walking for a while. You're in one of the less reputable neighborhoods.
I come here all the time.
So you're walking through, and you're following the map, and the map actually tells you that you need to go underground, that you need to go down into the sewer.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Just like find the nearest manhole kind of thing?
Well, I want to go wherever I find this entrance to go underground. I want to see if there's any torches or anything that are there for public use.
Okay. So you get to the there's in the side of building, there's actually a door. It's kind of just a gate that you can see stairs leading down. And there aren't any torches readily available.
Okay. Does it seem like I can still see in here?
As of right now, it would be kind of like dim light, so it'd be a little bit tougher to see in. But eventually it would become like no light, so you would need some sort of light source.
Any shops nearby where I can just grab a quick torch or something like that? Or something nearby that I can make one with?
Well, which backpack did you take? Like for your starting gear, did you take the adventurer's pack, or was it like you took
the scholar one?
Oh, the scholar pack. Okay, I was gonna say because the adventurer pack just comes with torches.
Yeah. I didn't grab that.
Yeah. So there's a shop across the street you could run in and grab. They would probably be selling torches.
Cool. I'm just gonna go buy one of those real quick.
Okay, that's real
Way
simple. It's a couple copper for a torch. and you're right back out into it there. So you're able to light up the torch. You're headed down underground, and you're following the map again. It's a little bit longer, and it's through these kind of like twisty corridors, and then finally you come to a gate or to a solid door that just says members only.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my lock picking tools.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Cool. As a 13.
13.
And
So
I don't think I have anything. For this.
you're proficient in them, are you not?
Yeah.
Okay, then that would be add
And
your
dex-
proficiency.
And Dex is +1, so 14. Proficiency takes me up to 16.
Okay, yeah. So with a 16, it takes you a little bit, and you're a little bit clumsy, but you are able to finally jimmy that lock, and the door kind of swings open just a little bit.
I just walk past it. My ass.
So as soon as you start to walk through the door, that door swings wide open, and you're met with a rather large half-orc who's not quite happy to see you. Like, can I help? Can I help you?
I suspect so. I puff myself up a little bit. I'm looking for a man.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific than that. I'm a man. You looking for me?
I'm gonna go ahead. Are you Doug?
No.
Then it's not you.
There's no Dougs here.
Do you know everyone through here?
Yeah. Members only. Can't you read the door?
Yeah. Who am I?
Not a member. What do you want?
No, I just walked through the door. The door says members only, and I'm on this side of the door.
I open the door for you. What do you want?
Listen, do you know my name?
I do not.
So you don't know the name of everyone in here.
Boy, you're starting to really try my patience.
Listen, I understand we got off on the wrong foot, and I just run past him.
Make a dexterity save.
Okay. It's 17.
Yeah,
and then
my
plus
shit.
1. So 18.
So you're just like, look, and then you just take off, and the guy tries to grab you, but you're able to kind of duck under his arm. As you get a little bit further in, there's guys that are like kind of taken aback by someone they've never seen before, just sprinting through a section that he's not supposed to be in.
What am I seeing around me?
Not much at a full sprint.
Okay.
You're seeing like there's some dudes kind of bent over a table, but you can't see what they're doing. There's another guy like sharpening a dagger.
Is there like any group of people in here?
Not that you've seen. There's been a couple like small pockets of people, but it's usually like one or two.
Okay.
As you're sprinting down the hall, you do come into a group of people with then all of them are wearing hoods and something up covering like the majority of their face.
How many people are in that kind of group?
5.
Cool. I'm gonna run just past them, and then bend over like I'm tying my shoes, and then just like pull like whatever thing is on my person to cover my face. And then I want to draw some facial hair on myself with prestidigitation.
All right. The littlest one in the group actually turns around and looks at you and goes, "Now you're not very good at hiding, are you?"
No, help.
Depends. What are you doing here, stranger?
Making a new friend. And then I just the little neon mage hand that I have just pulls like 3 gold out of my coin purse and just drops it and it like in their hand.
So
There's more where that came from.
you see them kind of raise their eyebrows, all of them, and the smallest one that's talking to you leans down and picks up the gold and goes, "Friends are easier to buy than to make, aren't they?"
I like you.
I like you too. As you like he's fiddling with the coins, and you can see that he actually has a mechanical hand
Ooh.
that he's playing with. He goes,
I'm a fan of atypical hands.
"I can see that with your little neon friend there. Something that shiny in this kind of business doesn't get you very far. You know that, right?"
Not trying to use it for anything.
Ah, interesting. So I have a hunch you're here to see me.
I would imagine so.
Did somebody give you my name from a shop?
Yes.
Floppy-haired human acts like he's all kinds of hot shit.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. We played a game.
Yeah, he likes games. Angry elf that works in the back of the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, that he is a real piece of work, isn't he?
Yeah. They
All right.
both seem very nice though. Friends of yours?
You could say that. We've been together for a long time.
Okay.
It was actually when we got here that we decided everybody should split up. I don't even know if we've all left the city. Anyway, hey, and he extends out a hand. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. And then I want to go ahead and like take out like a small dice game
Uh-huh.
that I have, and just like kind of like lean towards the table net closest to us, hoping
Okay.
that he catches on. We're supposed to pretend to be playing.
Okay. So he leans over the table with you, and I'm making sure that everything's stream is still up, right? Because I'm frozen. I was just checked my phone and it looked frozen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's still up.
So he catches your drift and walks over to the table. He's like, dice games. You sure you want to play dice with somebody like me? And he's tapping the mechanical hand on the table.
I'll take my chances.
All right. So, what's your dice game? Or I have I have several that I have ready to go for you.
That's okay with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Whichever thing tickles
So-
your fancy, DM.
He looks at the dice and he goes, You ever played Maiden's Cup?
Not as a dice game.
Never heard of it as anything but a dice game. I like your style. So, the way you do this, you take 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm
No.
a liar. You take 4 dice.
Okay.
Just 4 regular dice, like so. The goal is we each put 1 gold on the table,
Okay.
and the first person to be able to roll 21.
Okay.
wins. But if you roll over 21, then you lose your money.
Okay. Now, am I rolling any particular die?
So just d6s.
Okay, gotcha.
So
You said 3 or 4? What was it?
it's 4,
Okay.
because 3 would only get us 18.
Yeah.
Like, so,
I just didn't know if we could roll like 5.
I mean,
There's nothing.
you could try. So they like, I'll go first, and they'd take their roll. All right, and he rolled an 11. It's like, now your
Okay.
turn
With four dice?
with 4 dice.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll these and use my luck.
Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
So far I've rolled 2, and I have 4 off that. That was 11 off of the 1. So now I'm gonna go ahead and roll my second 2,
Okay.
and that was 4. So 15.
15. All right. It's like, okay. So let's try this again. He goes to roll. And I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay. Now wait, his gold is on the table
His gold is on the table.
in front of us in plain sight.
Yes.
Okay, I want to like look up real quick. Should I do the perception thing first?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that was a 3. So whatever's supposed to happen, I didn't catch it.
All right. So he rolls his dice, and just would you look at that, 21. It's like now you can redeem yourself.
Okay.
If you can roll a 21 on this one, we'll call it a drop. Or we can make it more interesting.
Okay.
If you can roll a 21 right now, I will give you 10 gold. But if
Now
it-
tell me. What makes you good at this game?
you don't ask those kind of questions and get out of here though.
What makes you good at this game?
I'm very lucky.
Okay. Seems fair. Okay.
Sometimes you do need to kind of create your own luck if you get my drift. But you good luck proving it.
Okay. All right. So this is a whole new roll or set of 4 dice rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
Your number does not carry over from the last roll.
Okay. So 8 for 2 of these, and I cannot get better. Summon. I used luck on this one as well.
Okay.
So 8 so far.
It means you only have one more charge of luck today.
10. That's okay with me. So,
It's only been one day this whole couple episodes.
so I do not get 21.
Okay. What was your
I
number?
don't go over either. I lost track of the math from the first one,
But it's
but I
not.
did not get 21.
It's not
It's
over.
not. Huh?
It's not over either.
No.
All right. Bad luck, friend. And he slaps his hand on your gold and like picks it up. It's like now.
No. Real quick. When he before he goes to actually grab the gold, I just want to look up real quick, over where the big man from the front, Doug, I've chosen to call him, Doug, where he's at. I and I do a face huh! And kind of duck below him for a second. Does he react at all?
So the small person that you're playing this dice game with, you still haven't been able to see his face. He just kind of puts his hand up and waves a little bit. And Doug, as you've named him, comes up to the table. You need something, boss? It's like, how about you give us some space? He's like, oh, all right. And he looks at you and he goes, And then kind of walks off.
Okay. All right, and so while he was talking to him, I had the mage hand just snag the gold off the table.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Okay. So I got 8. It's not good.
That is not good.
No.
As the mage hand is going to take the gold, the small man goes, remember what I told you about something neon is not very good in this business?
You told me to make my own luck as well.
I can appreciate I can appreciate the gusto. You need style though. You lack technique, but we can get you there. So, and he pulls down the mask. He's like, I feel like I can talk to you face to face. You're obviously sent here for a reason. What can I do for you?
So, besides the rousing game of dice, I was actually sent to look into a few accoutrements that we got off of a drow.
A drow?
Yes.
I haven't seen.
They're just popping up everywhere recently.
We've heard. So, where did you acquire these things?
They used to have them, and then I had them.
How did you get them?
They didn't need them anymore.
Like they're not alive anymore?
They went to bed more dead than they woke up in the morning.
Okay, I get you. That's my preferred way for drow as it is. So, here is what we can do. Let me see the items.
Now, the last thing I put on this table went home with you.
Okay.
What's going to stop you from doing the same here? You've clearly got the run of this place.
That I do. I'm kind of the cheese around here. So,
Lactose intolerant.
Well, I'm glad we're kind of jiving right now. I hope that we don't make you too upset. So, let me see the items, and then we can work out a deal.
There another place that we can go, maybe?
Make a deception check for me.
Okay. I rolled a 5. Oh my god.
He was
You lose the items.
he's like, based on what I can see from just from what I've looked you up and down, pretty confident that you have them with you right now. So how about you just whip them out?
So I'll go ahead and take them out. It's fine.
Okay. So just the sword and the ring?
Just a sword.
Just the sword. All right. So you pull out the sword, and he looks at it. May I?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So he takes the sword from me. And he's looking at it. Yeah, that is drow, all right. Pretty fancy too. So that's not just any drow.
No.
I would say.
I feel like a suit.
I would say royal family kind of drow.
Would it be bad if I killed him?
Yeah, Mama Drow ain't gonna be too happy about that.
Okay. Okay.
So, kind of looking over it, you see down here on the, he like points down to the pommel. There's a small stone, like that. That tells us which house this is. See, now I'm not too familiar with the things going on underground as I was back home, but I can tell you that most houses like to lay their color into the pommel. So, have you found any more of these?
Yes. Not that I have here though.
Okay. Was this the same color?
I'm gonna be honest here.
Hmm.
Not one I looked at a lot.
Okay. Well, I would venture to guess that it is, which means you've probably got brothers on your hands, which means that they were either sent here for something or Mama doesn't know that they're on the surface. Either way, she's not going to be too happy when she finds out.
Okay. That seems fair.
So, what I can do for you, if you're looking to get rid of them, I can take them off your hands for a decent price. And
No,
then-
there's a reason I took them. I wanted it.
You wanted it. Okay, do you have any other accoutrement, as you said?
No. It's like accoutrements with the plural. I think that's just how they say it in French.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
S is supposed to be silent, I think. I'm not good with languages.
Well, now I've given you something,
Uh-huh.
so now you need to give me something.
That seems fair.
What can you give me?
What are you interested in?
I deal in most manners of things, so just tell me, what are you good at?
Well, magic, drawing, very good at drawing. Uh, I don't know. I've won several cake eating contests. Yeah, no, pretty much a jack of all trades over here.
I'm going to stop you there. It sounds like you don't have any skills I'm interested in.
Mhm.
So I'm going to teach you skills that I'm interested in.
Okay.
And it's not going to be me putting you in a room to study a book, because it looks like you like to study books. Am I right?
No.
It looks like you learn things from books. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Even though you probably don't learn them the best from the books. Am I right?
No. Not at all.
That's what I thought. So I'm going to put you to task. I'm going to teach you on the job. This is what you're going to do for me. See, one of my associates happens to have been caught with some less than wholesome items and is currently being tried in the hearing house. So what I need you to do, I need you. I don't give two shits about the guy that's actually up there. What I need you to do, I need you to get me my merchandise back.
I thought they made weed legal.
It's not weed.
Okay.
See, what we have here, we found a ring,
Okay.
and we need that ring back.
Now, big ring, small ring.
I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It looks a lot like your sword here.
A sword ring.
It's less
Yes.
of a sword ring, more of a golden ring that has a gem of the same color in it being held by a spider. Have you seen one of these rings?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. You described it. I can draw it back to you to make sure when I go to get it that I'll find the right one.
Okay. See, now that I have it in your head, I need you to go get it for me.
Okay. You need me to draw it still.
If you would like to draw it to remember it, that's on you. I just need you to
Okay.
get it for me
Okay.
and
Alright.
bring it back. See, if you could bring it back, then there may be use for you still.
With a spider. Okay.
So, I'll give you 48 hours.
And the alternative would be
Would be, I've given you something for free, so that means I get to take something for free.
great at victory cake eating contests, drawings. I don't.
Victory cakes, though delicious, will not help me in this moment.
Okay. So,
We need that ring back.
and what will you do with the ring? Because listen, man, I've already got plenty of trouble with the law. And if they get me one more time, I'm going in. And I ain't going back, baby. I'm playing it real cool right now. Like I'm just basically quoting movies that I've seen.
Even though movies don't exist in this world.
Yeah. I'm quoting like novels that I've read. Like I'm putting on like a light accent and like
So
anyway, friend.
make a deception check for me.
Okay. 12.
How about you just don't ask questions?
I still have my prestidigitation facial hair. Does that make me seem like any more of a rough character?
No. He's seen how you throw dice. So
That seems fair.
he's like, how about this? If you can get me the ring, then maybe I'll talk about you joining us here as the silent majority.
What is the silent majority?
That's this. That's where you are right now. There's a whole bunch of us. We're sneaky. Nobody really sees us. But we have a way in with just about everybody in town. So, silent majority. I thought it was clever.
Yeah, I like it. Last time I heard silent majority though was these like super right wing guys. Is weird. Anyway, okay, all right. I have no qualms with you getting a ring from some drow. So sure, why not?
All right. Thank you, sir. You have 48 hours starting now.
What name of the guy?
Which guy?
Your friend. Your friend, the one who's in trouble.
We don't need him.
No, I just so I can get to where his personal effects would have been kept.
Oh, yes. You can find him under Zachary,
Mm-hmm.
the snitch.
Okay. All right, and I'm taking this down in game, like in game, like okay. Zachary, the snitch. All right. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to meet you, sir. If ever you need me, I mean, I'll be back here. But like I'll
We'll
come
find
back.
you.
Yeah, just go looking for Jack.
Jack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Make another.
And
make
they'll
another
point you
deception.
right towards me.
Make another deception check.
Okay. That is a 7.
Can spot a fake name when I hear one, but it's okay. We have our ways of finding you.
Okay, that seems
So,
fair.
if we don't hear from you in 48 hours, we will find you,
That seems fair.
and I will take something for free.
You gonna steal kisses, boy? And then
Anyway.
I want to go. I want to go ahead and head out.
Okay.
And as I leave, I just like with Mage Hand like to Doug at the door.
God damn. And he just kind of grunts at you, and the minute you're out of the door, he slams it. Wham!
I got through myself. You didn't let me in. Member.
All right, so you're heading back to the house.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So you head on back to the house. We'll just jump ahead to when you get there,
Cool.
unless there's anything you wanted to do still while you were out.
No, that seems fair.
Okay.
The whole time I'm going back, I'm like Jack. I should better name than Jack. And I think up a good one for next time.
All right. So you get back to your house. You walk in. You wave. You wave to the lady as you're heading back in.
Miriam.
Atlan. You walk upstairs. You get back into your room, and you find both of your compatriots just kind of hanging out. The drow is still passed out.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, what are you guys doing when I walk in?
What time is it?
You guys got
8:40.
yeah. It's getting late in the day. It's Like the sun has actually set. It's down back behind some mountains, so like it's still kind of bright, but it's dusk.
Would I have just had a chance to get us some food and brought it back?
I mean, if you wanted food, there would be food downstairs that you could most likely partake of.
Okay, so yeah, I would have gotten a meal for everyone. I think.
Okay. So
How much?
They have great spiced potatoes in there.
Spicy potatoes, but I didn't know that, so I just got the cheapest thing.
Well, I mean, it would be the first thing they offer you. Miriam is very proud of her spiced potatoes.
So you come back in, and there's a plate of spiced potatoes for you. Also from downstairs, you could have gotten an assortment of drinks between like beer, ale, any sort of liquor that way, as well as Miriam does pride herself on her tea selection and her tea crafting.
Delicious.
Okay.
And she would have bragged to you about how great that her tea is.
Okay, so yeah, I'll get potatoes and tea for everyone. And I will not ask Bjorn what he wants, which is not on purpose, but it's I would not have done that. I would have just gotten it.
I'd be offended, Bjorn.
Bjorn would say nothing. He's just standing there fiddling with the bear claw, sent in his hand. Just thinking.
Okay, so when Etlin comes in, I'll stand up and be like, "So what did you learn?"
So much. Did you know Jack is a bad fake name?
What?
Enough. Sorry, I write fiction. So like, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I come in and I
Great.
tell them. So I found out a lot. So the dagger, it is Drow in origin.
The sword?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Not familiar with blades. I just magic. So Drow blade. Turns out this right here. Does this match the other one that we have?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll
I pointed
pull it
to
out
the
and take a
colored
look.
stone. Okay. I pointed at the colored stone. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe bad news. I guess this is kind of a familial thing.
So they do match.
Yes,
Yes.
they do.
Ian, they match. Okay, all right. Okay.
So
do they match the ring? Yes. Okay.
So I tell him, yeah, I know, super bad news. The guy said that we're probably in store for like what he made sound like retribution for killing the first one. My bad, guys.
Okay.
So we
What-
might have to watch out for that.
What kind of retribution?
He just made it sound like since these would belong to family members, probably brothers, that they would have more family that would look to.
Are these like some kind of like a criminal family, or just family?
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Are they nobles, or what's going on?
well, they're very nice in origin. I believe he said that means they're probably noble, but they're also drow. So I'm gonna go ahead and say still criminals, noble crime family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do have this one here.
Hmm.
I'll tap his cheek. So at least if there's going to be some kind of retribution, we have one of theirs.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's good.
hopefully, the fact that we didn't kill this one makes up for the part where we just like killed the shit out of that first guy.
Yeah,
I don't not how that works.
but nobody witnessed it, right? So you took care of that goblin.
But we do still have his stuff.
Sword. So we need to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Up to you. If you want to get rid of it, I know some people.
Can I easily tell the two swords apart? So that way I don't mix them up on accident. DM.
Mm,
That's a good point.
they look pretty similar.
Ah, crap.
Like they look pretty similar in like forging, but
Uh-huh.
one is definitely like one's blade is definitely thinner than the other. Like one's blade looks like it's built for more actual fighting. The other one looks like it's more for like status.
Would I have kept track of that.
It's up to you.
Well, no,
I mean, I would think I would have, but I don't. I mean, we could have mixed them at any point in time.
But do the drow look like one of them was clearly a little more fighting oriented than the other?
Well, the first one just talked to us, but the second one shot us with spells.
That's my question. So would the first one have tried to attack us like physically? Was he like just yoked? And this guy's just like thin and lanky?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
Anybody that
17.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
And it's +1, so 18.
18. So you do kind of remember a little bit. The first one that you had killed, he was a little bit taller in stature, just a little bit wider than this one.
Okay.
So to use an example that my mom used to use talking about me and my sibling, where I was built like a tongue depressor and my sister's built like a coffee stir. If that makes sense.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Knowing both of you.
Like, does that make sense?
All right.
Yeah.
So
sure.
like one had broader shoulders and was just wider. Like it wasn't like he was like a fat guy. He was just wider. Like
Yeah.
And the other one's built like a coffee stir, so very thin and narrow.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, what about the ring? What did you find out about the ring?
I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. I thought the person that I talked to, super CD guy, seemed like if I showed him this ring, guy's just gonna lift it. I already lost a gold to that guy.
Lost a gold?
Yeah. Fair and square.
He robbed. Oh,
Ish.
did he charge you for the knowledge then?
Yes.
And it was only a gold? That's pretty good.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll
I can bargain.
Armand, roll an insight check.
Insight. Is it insight versus deception, or is it just
Yep.
insight?
And
I just want to point out, I would 100% not have remembered to take off my prestidigitation facial hair.
Okay. I'm.
So, Atlin, I also need you to make a deception check.
Cool. 20.
Oh,
Natural
crap.
20.
That.
Oh,
That was a 12 for me. So.
Okay. Yeah, so he seems like he's being pretty straight up with you.
Okay.
I couldn't be more happy.
So a gold. Great. Excellent. And then
Nothing
did you
else.
find out, did you find out the name of this person?
Which the drow?
No. Well. Okay. Yes. I mean the drow. The drow's
No.
family, the lineage.
Mm-mm.
What about the name of your informant?
Ian, did I find out the name of this person?
You did not. You never asked.
Okay, cool. I want it that way. No, I did not. I'm going to go ahead and say that when it comes to dealing with shady individuals, plausible deniability is best.
Oh, it's good. So you have no idea who they are. You don't know their group or anything.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mechanical hand.
Good. Mechanical hands.
Yeah.
Would that have meant anything to me? DM?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna end a lot of my questions right now. Okay. All right. So.
Can I like look at Bjorn like I bargained. 1 gold.
That's impressive. quite the soothsayer. All right.
Ah.
There you go.
I
So,
nodded from the other room.
What?
I nodded at him from the other room.
Okay.
Like yeah,
It's
like
like-
air fist bump.
So
I'm gonna like look at
we don't know about the ring, but these stones all mean it's from the same house.
Yes.
Okay.
And this
So-
guy? How's this guy been here?
He hasn't moved. He's still breathing. It's getting late. We could try to wake him up now, but I'm afraid if he starts to make a lot of noise, it might mess with the other patrons.
How does it sound from downstairs? It usually gets pretty raucous in here. But how does it sound from downstairs?
And you're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I'd say it's like closer to like 9:30 or 10. So
Uh-huh.
downstairs, it's pretty jamming. The nightly,
The hoot
Just-
nanny?
the nightly cast of strangers and everybody that knows each other just kind of wander in, hanging out, having some drinks, yelling at each other. There may or may not have been a fist fight downstairs just a little bit ago.
There definitely has been. The spicy potatoes don't end at the dinner plate. It also makes great spicy vodka.
Okay,
Delicious.
interesting. Good, great, wonderful. So,
If
okay.
you guys want to wake this guy up, we totally can. However, I am loath to knock him out again with physical force, Bjorn, because of his whole like he got money nature.
I'm inclined to agree. I don't think he can take much more.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure that he can't fight us back and that he can't use his hands.
Mhm.
Can't speak without us allowing him to speak, because he's a spellcaster, as we know.
Yeah.
So
I pull out my goblin knife and say we could clip his fingers.
I don't Bjorn.
whoa.
No. If you want
if we're going to use him as a gambling chip, we should return the goods undamaged. Of course, we could also
Okay.
just turn him into the authorities,
listen, that's up to you. That's up to you guys.
but I want information from him first.
Do you have, by chance? Listen. Great magician, great wizard. That's me. I don't know anything to make a person forget anything. Do you, in your bag of tricks, know anything for this?
God, do I?
Bjorn?
Bjorn knows
you?
hammer.
I hammer.
My God, the hammer pulled you off.
At most,
Run
the best I could do is change the way the appearances of the person who is going to actually do the interrogation. That's about it.
Huh.
But I
In
can't
what way?
change. I can't get rid of their memories. Oh well, like this earlier, and I'll turn myself. I'll do that. I'll do a silent image and make myself look like a halfling.
And you can move around like this?
So
I have to pay very close attention.
If you do this to someone else, could they move around?
As long as I'm paying very close attention.
Would you be okay with interrogating him? Because I've got plenty of things in here, and it's pretty dark in here. We could shove him into one of these rooms, kind of clean the place up a little bit, empty the stuff, scooch it into the next room, and treat it like an interrogation room.
My entire profession is all about interrogating people.
But you have to maintain the disguise on one of us. You would not be the one interrogating.
Oh. I don't know. That's interesting. Do you think that you would be able to interrogate him adequately?
It's not about what I think in this situation. Because I'm going to go ahead and say yes. But you guys tell me if you believe what I say and do and ask.
I'll look at Bjorn. What about you? You think you could interrogate him efficiently?
Nah.
I wish Nick were here.
Respectable. I like that. I'll turn back to Etlin.
Okay.
As I
Eat
mentioned
potatoes.
this to Bjorn for while you were out, I've been conducting my own sort of side investigation for some time
Okay.
into the drow. And I believe I may have more information and more things that I would like to ask him that the rest of you gentlemen may not be aware of.
Okay. Can you give me a crash course on this, or is this something that you're only going to know you want to ask him as you find out information from him?
I could give you bits and pieces, but I don't know if everything will go where I want it to, or if it takes a different course. What else I would have to randomly yell at you from
I'm,
away?
I want to say confidently, with the utmost confidence, I can do this. Do I have to roll for like convincing him or anything? Because I'm 100% certain that I have a way to make this happen.
Yeah, I would like to. Do I believe him? Do I trust him?
I would make an insight check.
I 100% believe that I have a way to do this.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
I have to know if Armand believes that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could just be like, yeah, okay. What is it again? Investigation?
Yes.
DM? What was it?
Insight.
Insight. Okay. That is a natural one. Wah wah wah.
So you believe anything?
So I
absolutely.
I either absolutely believe you or I absolutely distrust you. I will wait for the DM's ruling on that.
Yeah. So you rolled a nat 1.
That's again. I seem to be only able to do that tonight.
So you seem kind of skeptical. Like when he's.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah. So based on everything that you've heard him tell you so far tonight, you're skeptical.
I want to level with him. So, while I was out, crazy stuff happened. I got myself into a whole basket of trouble. Did you know that?
No, I have been here.
But did you believe me earlier when I told you that I got all that information for the 1 gold?
No.
No, I thought I did I convince him?
Wait, did he? No, I rolled for that, right?
You rolled
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, okay,
and,
never mind.
And he convinced you.
He convinced me. I was another than that one. So
Okay.
it's like
I mean, you could choose to play it
was
like
possible.
you did it. But
Yeah, it was. It could have been possible. I don't know enough about Xanderstead really.
Okay.
So you didn't?
No, not at all. Not in the least. I have
that
so
makes
many
more
things I got to
sense.
do tomorrow morning.
Such as?
Huh? We'll get into that later. Anyway. Suffice it to say, I can convince a person of things. This isn't even my apartment. I'm just fucking with you, that one. This is really my apartment.
Okay. Let's go ahead and play this out. But I may cut in at some point.
That's fair. So if we're gonna do this, just a few little ground rules, okay?
I turn off the halfling self-image, by the way, in case that's...
Okay. So, Bjorn, I need you to watch this dude real close, okay? It's basically gonna be like real dark where you guys are on the other side of this. Just listen for anything that seems off, okay?
We'll have to watch his hands, too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tie him behind him.
But you'll be behind the man, okay?
Correct.
Both of you guys will be behind him, okay? I want you to do this face disguisey thing that you're doing. Just make me look like a police officer.
You mean an investigator for the Grey Falcon?
That's the one.
Okay.
So make me look like this. I would like to have both of the blades on me.
Okay.
And they're just like tucked into my belt. Super casual.
Okay. I'll give him the blades.
If you need anything, knock on the wall here. Okay?
Wait, are we going to be in the next room?
No.
Just knock. Just knock so you can see and hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I need to talk to you, I'm going to use my mage hand to also knock on the wall. Okay? And we're going to make it seem as though there's someone calling for us. Okay?
I think instead of okay, so then I'll just use prestidigitation to make a knocking sound,
Sure.
a gentle one from outside.
Oh, perfect. That'll work for me. Do you think you'd be able to do that and the
Wait,
disguise thing?
Yeah, I was just about to ask because I'm not too familiar with concentration very well.
I think you need to.
I'm still very new to this. Please bear with me, DB, and whoever else is used to this. It says it's a minor thingy, prestidigitation. You can make a color, a small mark. You can chill, warm food, instantaneous light, snuff candle, clean or slow an object. Harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor. So yeah, I think I can make the knocking sound. It doesn't say anything in here about concentration.
Yeah, it's not a concentration spell, so you can have, you can use
to 3.
prestidigitation. You can use prestidigitation and a concentration spell at the same time.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
You just can't have 2 concentration spells at the same time.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So we'll both use the same thing for this then, for the sound, as though it were happening outside the room.
Sure. It's just
Okay.
It'll be like only a few feet, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you guys think is best for covering this? And look over at the guy, make sure he's still out.
Yep, he's still out.
Cool.
Do you have anything that can disguise your voice?
I mean, I'm talking low.
Okay. You were in the room when we met the Order of the Grey Falcon before, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember the man that I spoke with, the High Investigator?
The one that I pretended to eat the ear with.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to make you look like him.
Okay.
So you may want to try to mimic his voice.
What do I remember what his voice sounded like?
Low, kind of gravelly, like old Manny.
Okay, any kind of accent or anything?
Not really.
Xanderstead.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We're gonna wrap this boy up.
Bjorn, you're from the woods. You know how to tie good knots?
Do you know how to tie okay knots?
Maybe.
Were you a scout? Did you get your knot badge? Merit badge?
What? What is that?
I don't know. Would I be able to tie good knots?
I mean, it's a dexterity check, so it's really up to the dice when you actually go to roll when you actually go to tie the knot.
Are you absolutely certain that you're not good at tying knots, or are you sure, Bjorn?
I am not sure at all, but I will try.
All right, so I've got crazy, like dexterity and stuff like that. Should I be the one to do this?
If you believe you can do it, sure.
I got the hands.
All right.
Okay.
Mage hands.
So we're actually...
Also, I'm realizing everything I was doing before with fooling anybody on anything, I should have been applying my charisma modifier because charisma is like my main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
all right. So
You live
that
and you learn.
is where we're actually going to go to break. So we're going to catch a real quick break. People in chat, stick around. It's only going to be about 15 minutes. So grab a drink, get something. Yeah, grab a drink, go pee, grab a snack. If you have any questions or anything, throw them in the chat at Mod20Gaming so we can make sure to find them. And when we come back, we're going to spend a few minutes just answering some questions regarding the game or anything like that. So stick around. We'll be right back. Mod20Gaming. we're back, and you're still there. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for sticking with us.
Indeed.
I had to pee real bad. I'm sure you did. We know Tom did.
He's still
'Cause
gone.
He's still gone. He's still peeing.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, what's up, chat? How are you guys tonight? Anybody have any questions? Anything you want to talk about? This is our time for you.
Mm-hmm. For you.
It's
I mean,
been
come
all
closer.
about. It's been
Chat,
all
come-
about us
come-
tonight.
Come closer, chat. Come here. Hi. Hi. Listen, it's just you and me. Don't look at those other two. How are you doing tonight? How you been? What's new?
How do you all know each other?
You know,
Oh.
how was your day?
So Jelly wants to know how we all know each other. So I'll give us the rundown here.
Great.
Steven is a very good friend for a very long time. Then the person below Steven, that's my buddy Alex. We all call him Malfoy. He and I have actually been like best friends since college. Right next to Malfoy there, that's my brother-in-law Richard. So I've known him for a little bit, married to his sister. You know, that's how you get the title brother-in-law. And then Tom, who is currently peeing, he is actually Richard's cousin.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So he's
You guys
Richard's
probably told me
cousin.
this at some point.
So I don't know if that makes him cousin-in-law. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's how we all know each other.
Okay.
At least that's how they all know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of this was I wanted to get a stream going, and I was like, hey, who wants to stream some games with me? And everybody was like, I'm in. And then we got together for our first like get to know you session, and I was like, everyone, this is everyone.
Mhm.
And they're like, hi everyone.
And now we are all in a Commonwealth marriage.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Common law marriage. Commonwealth is a whole different thing.
So say
It's been a long day, guys. Yeah, common law. Listen, guys, I've been working a lot recently.
It's okay.
How that exchange went earlier is not a coincidence.
I just want to say this right now. Mod 20 Gaming, not sponsored by Vanilla Wafers, but we should be.
That's a very small vanilla wafers text thing. That should be bigger on the box.
I feel like
It's
it should
bugging me.
be. Lol Dutch Maid, fix your boxing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Also-
come talk to us about sponsorship.
gonna say,
Right now,
fix-
we ain't touching your boxes.
Wait, hold on. What if I do it this way?
Better. But
Well,
it could
but-
be bigger. It could be bigger.
Have you seen the packaging for Nilla Wafers? Like, that's 80% of the box is the title.
That's how you get brand recognition.
What's going on in chat? Anybody else saying anything cool?
Yeah, they did. So Dinosaur said we're all family here, and that was what spurred me saying that we're all in common law marriage.
Oh.
And then Jelly Sound said I hope he washes his hands. Probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. And
We'll
DV,
start the bet right now as to who's if he's gonna wash his hands or not.
I'm gonna say no. I already said no earlier. That's a pattern of behavior that you just can't undo.
A loser has to. If you say no and he did, you got to throw $1 in the donation. I'm joking.
I'll do it. But he's not gonna go to the bathroom though. So yeah, Nilla Wafers had vanilla all big. Yes, they do. Dinosaur, thank you. Their design team does need to step it up. The logo can go over the little swoopy white line that goes over the picture of the crackers or cookies. It can go over that. That's totally fine. Jelly-san, what do you all do for work? I edit videos, do graphic design, and other assorted video things, and illustration if you need it.
He's really good. So if you need it, hit him up.
Thank you.
At
Right
Peppermint
now,
Gentleman
I'm-
on Twitter.
Right now, I'm dying to draw all of our characters, but I want to make it digital. But I'm just gonna have to get past that. I just haven't been able to draw stuff recently.
I get it. I'm excited to see what you do.
I'm pretty stoked on it.
I myself, I work in insurance. I'm an adjuster for an insurance company. So if you have an accident and there's some not clear facts in that accident, I'm the one who's going to be looking at it saying, nah, you done goofed. Sorry.
Does that happen often?
Oh, all the time. I had to do it 3 times today.
How? What? Like you just like walk out with a tape measure? You're like, no, you did not slide 6 feet.
I have to talk to both parties involved and get a statement as to like what
Okay.
happened, and then I take what they said versus the other person what they said, and if they have any photos or anything, then I get to review the photos.
What? So, do you wish that you were the kind of insurance adjuster person like what is it, Millie and I forget their names from Trigun, the two girls?
I wish I was that kind of insurance adjuster.
Okay.
That would be sick.
Richard, what do you do for a living?
I work in retail. I just go in the morning and stock all the shelves before the store opens. Pretty much it. Very boring.
No, it's a super solid one, and honestly, like a pain in the ass of a job to do.
American
So, like,
needs
my
you.
hats
You're
off
a
to you.
hero.
Jeez,
Hmm.
You're
I
a
hated
goddamn
stocking
hero.
so much. Boneless.
Boneless.
Oh, so Jelly Sound playing a real close to the chest with what their job is, keeping it real quiet. Sidestepping.
how
No,
it
I'm
is.
just kidding. You don't,
I
you don't
see-
have to tell us.
I see how it
obviously.
is. We all let you in on our lives, but you're not gonna let us in on yours, Jelly. What's going on? Come on.
You know my face. You know my name. Oh, dude, I work at a TV station. That's what I do. That's awesome. Big market, small market. I work in a very small market.
The
Also,
tiniest market.
yeah, I forget what the number of what our market's actual number is, but it's lower.
It's a super
higher
small
number,
market to the point that
lower,
all of the
yeah.
TV stations are in the same building.
National. Oh, you said at a radio station. I work at a TV station. I want to work at a radio station very badly, despite what this mic sounds like. The compression, like I don't know what it is about this Discord call, but it comes through very thin and it makes me sad.
Otherwise, he has a very full and baritone voice. He's like,
Indeed.
oh yeah,
Indeed, I can do a great NPR.
you can.
So and then Dinosaur said that she works at Hobby Lobby doing crafty things, which is awesome and a half. I would do that job.
I hear they have a good selection of Copics markers.
Yes,
They do.
That makes me go, I miss Rio's.
I do not.
There's times, but as a whole, me and that guy were really close.
Yeah, you guys are super close for sure.
We were super close, and then he's just like not here anymore.
That's how that goes. But you know what? Now you have Richard, you have Tom, you have me, you have all of our characters, and this whole chat right here.
And I'm married now, so like that's a pretty cool thing too.
That's definitely true. You have dogs that look
That's my
the same
wife.
but not the same.
This
That's
is-
the Ricky.
This is my life. This is my wife. This is my life. Wife life.
Discord Nitro. It's a
That's
paid thing.
the paid version of Discord.
What? I might have to like dive in on that one because I hate having bad quality microphone stuff.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm gonna
killing
tell you
me.
this right now. I'll tell you this right now on stream in front of everybody. Once we get a little bit bigger of an audience, I was gonna try to reach out to Discord and be like, "You should sponsor us because we only play exclusively through y'all."
I mean, it'd be cool. Wait,
I
so
don't-
did Jelly Sound actually used to buy lunch from Tom? Because the
Hi.
fact that this is still staying around is an
he's
interesting
back.
little thing.
What's going
Welcome
on?
back, sir.
So we're curious to know if Jelly actually used to buy lunch from you.
Well, it depends on who Jelly is.
Jelly, who
know.
are you?
Secret identities, Jelly.
Dinosaur, help me out with that discount on Copics.
All right. So everybody's back. Thank you for letting me borrow your phone. Everybody's back. I hope you had
Jelly. Oh, so Jelly.
Wait, so do you guys actually know each other?
Jelly. If he bought lunch from me in North Highlands, California, yep, it's him
What?
or her.
What?
But they bought from me. That's hella legit now.
Weird. Okay.
so
Nice.
we know Jelly.
Well, Jelly knows me. I don't know if I know Jelly. I need to make a perception roll or something.
If it tells you anything, They said they worked at a radio station.
No,
Damn it. Damn
that
it.
does not tell me anything.
Okay.
I mean, I think I know who led them here at some point then, but that doesn't tell me anything.
The
Alright.
mystery thickens.
So
plot thickens?
everybody's
No, only
back.
mysteries.
Everybody's back, freshly peed.
No.
Well, then
Wait, did you wash your hands?
I did wash. I washed mine. Tom, did you wash your hands?
No.
Yes.
Dang it!
Yes.
Why?
Yes!
Why did I need to wash my hands?
Because if you had washed your hands, then Steven would have had to donate $1.
Okay. What
Yeah,
if
Tom.
I rinsed my hands because I was sweating?
Did you use soap?
Oh, hi. Like
Hello.
dish soap. Hi, Oliver. Hi.
You go ahead and talk to them. It's okay.
Talk to your kid,
How
man.
you doing, buddy?
What up,
Oliver.
Oliver?
Dinosaur.
And
I
company.
legit sold lunch to people. I used to work in a cafeteria.
See, you're wearing this hat right now, and you said that they bought from you. You 100% sold drugs.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
1200%.
For the record, no, I've never done that. In case anybody should decide to take that.
Any kind of literal. Listen,
That was
man,
a
like,
joke.
I'm walking around looking like me, and never having taken a drink of any kind of alcohol, smoked anything of any sort. If they're gonna look at anybody and think that a person did anything in this group, it's gonna be me.
There's I remember there was this kid who used to walk up to me, or not this kid. The one time he walked up to me, and I thought that he was. I didn't know anything about him, and he goes, "You want to buy some trees?" And I was just like, "Whoa."
Very subtle on that.
He was like 12 years old, and I was like 17.
Hey man,
I'm like-
you gotta hustle.
I'm
It's a
like,
cop.
nope.
It's a cop.
Anyway, we're gonna
I
hop
was
back
wearing a
into
trench
the.
coat. It
we're
was
gonna-
North Highlands in the middle of winter. It's raining as all heck. You think I did not? Okay. Sorry.
Let's reel it back. Come on. Let's reel it
But
back.
look-
Alright, back to the
Let's
to the game.
let's interrogate this drow.
Yeah, so we're gonna hop back into the game here. You had just laid down ground rules as to how you were going to do the investigation and interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
So now, the floor is yours. How you doing this?
So we have to tie this bad boy up, right? Ian, what you want me to do to see if I tie them up well?
That would be a dexterity
Wait.
check. And do you have any rope?
And I believe we do. We took some from the place before.
Oh yes.
So Ian, I think it would be interesting if you roll that for me.
To see if you can actually tie knots.
If I tie it well. And then for dexterity, I have a +2, I believe. Or +1 for dexterity.
Okay. So
So you don't have to tell me.
okay.
It's just I did my best to tie them up.
All right. Excellent. So he's all tied up. He's still unconscious.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a Godric.
Okay. You
What?
made a silent image of Godric.
Over Ellen.
Over me. Okay, gotcha. So then I'll give you guys all of the first aid stuff that I had. We'll like look over it and figure out what to use on this person.
So
Alright. Let's dig through this thing then.
Okay.
um,
We'll use whatever is appropriate.
All right. So
how
in the-
far away can I be from him with prestidigitation? Or what not
I want to say
silent image.
I think
Where
it's
is it?
like 15 feet.
You'll
Silent
just be
images-
just
I
on the
think it
other
is.
side of
I
the
think it is
person.
15 feet, which is plenty to be on the opposite side of the room, like actually away, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, the rooms aren't big.
I can't find it. Whatever.
I was just
Anyways.
looking at it and I closed the book like an idiot.
But I have a computer, guys.
Okay, I'll take a look at it again.
60 feet.
I
I'm a
found it.
liar.
60 feet. Okay.
60?
Yeah.
60 feet.
Jeez.
Is it a ranged? It's not a ranged attack.
No, you just
Okay.
cast it.
It's just a cast. Okay, so yeah. So I will be practically on the far end of the room. I think we'll clear off all of your desk items, right?
Yeah. We're gonna sweep everything out of here.
Do we want to put the two of you on the opposite sides of a desk?
I just kind of want them to be in a chair in the middle of the room. Is how I imagined it.
Okay, I just want to put you in a corner so that way he can't look at the room too well. He can be in the middle of the room, but you would be in a corner.
Yeah. I'll be on the opposite side of you guys from him, where
Okay.
the only direction his chair is facing.
All right.
Okay.
And I guess I'll be standing behind him with my shield, ready to knock him out.
So Bjorn will be in front of me. Cool.
Bjorn will be
I'll be
a
behind him,
funny
actually.
nickname for Bjorn. Bjorn will be.
Bjorn will be.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, am I a Pokemon now?
Say again.
Oh, am I a Pokemon now?
Yes.
Barely?
Bjorn will be. So, we used all of our health restorative things on this guy.
Okay. So
And then, I guess we all took up the position.
sounds like a plan. You go and you start trying to wake this guy up. There's some smelling salts. You bandage up his knee, kind of set it, so it's not just all floppy anymore. And you kind of clean up some bumps and some scrapes, and there's a couple deep cuts, and you're able to kind of clean those out and make him good. And he starts to come to. Very incredibly groggy, but you see his eyes kind of start to flutter open.
And really quick, just to be sure, we do have this. Etlin has the two swords.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like in my belt. All right. So as he's waking up, it's had a nice sleep.
I've definitely had better.
Seems like it. And so I kind of pace back and forth in front of the guy. Seem to have gotten yourself in a fair bit of trouble. Yeah. Internal monologue, all those things.
Trouble. You don't know half what's coming.
So are we just gonna have a whole gruff off with our voices, or what are we doing here? Listen. I'm an officer of the law. You are a guest of the law.
He picks.
You're only here as long as I allow you to be here.
He picks us up and looks directly in your eyes. No, you're not.
I want to give him a SWAT.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
14.
14 would hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a d4 for damage.
Okay. 2.
All right. So you go across and you smack him. Pop! But the physical contact breaks the silent image. So
That's fair.
He's just looking straight in your eyes and he goes, I knew it. So if you're there, he kind of looks around the room a little bit and he goes, if you're there, that means the one with the short one with the hell of a swing, he's behind me, isn't he?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where my friends ended up. That's what I'm here to talk to you about.
Make a deception check.
Okay. I want to use my luck here.
Okay.
It was my last luck. All right, so it's a 10 and an 18. And then charisma plus 2. So mod 20.
All right. There we go. Hashtag mod 20 in the chat. So, looks at you and he goes, okay.
Where are my friends?
You're the one that brought me here.
Yeah, but where do your people go? Where did you come from?
Came from the ground.
I mean, clearly, look at you.
I could say the same for you there, Scruffy.
Please, this is sculpted.
Even accidents can be sculpted.
That's fair. My parents would have much the same conversation, I'm sure. But now you, on the other hand, your family, you seem to like your kids. And I put my hand on the two swords.
Where did you get that?
Well, I mean, this one was yours, and that one was the other guy's. I mean, where do your people come from?
I already told you, from the ground. Where did you get that other sword?
I don't. Where are my friends? We have so much to exchange with each other.
You're acting like we're talking on even ground.
I mean, yeah. Wait, is this a joke about you being from under the ground and
No, but
I'm
I
from above?
I wish I had thought of that. That's well pointed out. See, I have a respect for you,
Uh-huh.
where everyone else in your little group that you have, you're the only one that sat down and actually took the time to learn how to read.
Dude, my friend. Do the
You're
other
the
guys not read?
You're the only one that actually took the time to understand what Arcana is.
I did. It's not really a reading thing, but I appreciate this.
See, you have the spiky one. He's not even a real. His magic isn't real. His is given. He has to maintain a relationship. The other one, the one with the dark hair that likes to throw that black orb around, yeah, that guy, you could tell he has no idea what he's doing. But
I don't know. He took out a few of your guys pretty cleanly.
I mean, luck is luck, am I right? But you, you are the one. You're the one. It seems to like to actually study and understand, or at least try to understand what it means to be more than just physical. So we can do this. We can do this in a good way, or in a not so good way.
Knock, knock, knock. Prestidigitation.
I'll be right back.
And he just kind of leans
I
back
wanna-
in his chair a little bit because he had been he leaned way forward, like not pulling on the ties, but just like leaning as far forward as they would let him.
Okay.
Would I be able to get out of this room without alerting him to go meet with Etlin?
Probably not. It's a one
I
door
wanna
in, one door out kind of situation.
I want to pull out my paper,
Okay.
pen and paper, and I start writing. Feel like furiously. What? Question mark. And then hand him the paper.
And who the paper?
To Armand.
Okay.
So he's gonna see you handing something over him.
Mm-hmm.
No. I went around him.
Oh.
Like I walked.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I walked to where you are.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack, and I'm gonna lean in really close, and be like this. I'm gonna pull out that tome with that we ripped up, with the first couple pages left.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in Etlin's hand and be like, just kind of give it to him.
Okay. And I'm just gonna write. Anything else? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Okay. All right. I'm gonna put my paper away. I'm gonna go back around with this new piece of material I have here. As I walk around, as I walk up, I want to like make sure that he's still like good in his bonds.
Okay. All the ropes look exactly how you left them.
Cool. So I did type terrible nuts. Awesome. So, so I come back around. I said, sorry, Miriam, potatoes.
You had to talk with your friend. I understand. This can be quite the scary situation, being met with someone who's at least twice your superior.
I don't think so. I don't think you're understanding how I got these blades.
You got those blades because you got a cheap shot on me, so that's mine right there. And the other one, I'm not quite sure of how you got that, but my brother's not one to go down lightly, so you most likely lost plenty of friends.
I mean, that is kind of the conversation we're having here, but my friends aren't dead. Now, your friends, however, everyone's pretty much good. Everyone's back to eating victory cakes in this whole town. So, enough of the whole like, grandstanding thing that you think you can do. Just because some shithole where you came from, you were a big fish, doesn't mean anything up here.
You wouldn't even understand
the
big fish I am.
The people where you're from stay where they're at because the people upstairs don't let them see the sun.
That's exactly the point. Don't you understand? We're not living in the shadows anymore. So brace yourself.
Like that's one way to look at this whole thing, but also what you're saying what you're saying right now is that you're trying real hard, coming at it real tough to go ahead and take the surface. Nothing happened when you came up here. I'm trying to find a guy who owes me some money that I was with earlier, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to get my money from this guy.
Is that all?
You just happen to know where he is.
Is that all that matters to you? Finding
No.
someone that owes you money?
No, it's not about the money. It's the principle of the thing, which I think you understand.
I understand principles. I also understand that you've never understood what it means to live in a society, in a setting that is out to kill you every day. You can
I've never had parents. I've only lived by myself. But I'm done being in a pissing contest with you about this. What's the whole thing that you're doing here, and where can I find my friends?
Okay.
Because I'll dispatch you just as quickly as I've done all the other drow.
That's really cute, but I enjoy your gusto. So, I'll tell you. Me and my two brothers, we came to the surface to prove a point. You're nowhere near as tough as you think you are. As for your friends, I have no idea where they are. In fact, I hope they're dead. But, one way or another, word is going to get home that something didn't go quite right. And ooh, the fury that's going to rain down upon you.
So you were the first ones they sent because you could be trusted on your own, or were you just that expendable?
I mean, cards at that table, they didn't know we came.
All right. That makes a lot of sense, considering. I mean, like, why go and do this then? Like, if someone else is just gonna come and do this anyway, I mean,
We had to prove a point. We had to be better than we are.
okay.
We've told Mother several times amongst all three of us that we are stronger than the surface cattle.
I don't know if it worked out that way.
Well,
Listen,
again,
I can
luck is a fickle
understand. I can understand wanting to like having something to prove, having to prove something to your family even. But the way to do that isn't by going to kill something else. Do I see this?
thing. Perception check for me.
Okay. That's a 3.
No.
Prestidigitation.
You're
I
super
was
lucky
like,
that's a cantrip.
I'm just like, damn it, Miriam.
You can have
You
your
stay
little
here.
meeting. Oh, I'll be right here.
I mean, I tied you up. I know you'll be here. That was a kindness. Anyway, I'll be back.
I'm just gonna step out. Screw whether or not he sees me, because there's no point in trying to really hide that.
Oh. I knew
Are
I
you
could
stepping
smell
forward,
fake
forward?
magic.
Damn.
Cool. And I'll walk out with Ellen. Maybe
like- Oh, to come forward?
to talk
in front
to
of
you.
the guy? Okay.
Well, no, not go forward in front of you. I'm walking out the door with you.
Okay.
He would have seen me. I can't hide it.
Mhm.
So Okay. He seems to really be interested in talking to you about spells. I think you should ask him about that spell book.
All right.
Also, I think it would be very interesting for us to learn about his actual family. I have some sources for that kind of information.
Okay. Listen, I was kind of selling the guy on this idea that you weren't around, as I'm sure you heard.
I don't know if he was
do
really...
I said trying. I said trying.
Okay.
Do you want to pretend like that's a thing, or just abandon that one?
Well, one of us is not around for sure.
It's fair. It's fair. Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
he doesn't know about... He presumes that he knows about Bjorn.
Okay. No, that works for me. That's fair. Okay.
But
Alright,
I'm still gonna stay
let's-
out of his eyesight.
Okay. I want to give you the book.
Oh, you want to give it to me?
Yeah. I want
So
to have
are
you
gonna-
hold
are
the
you gonna
book,
ask-
and you come in with me.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yeah.
follow your lead.
All right. So we'll go back in.
All right.
Okay. So I go back in and I would sidelong look over at the guy, make sure he's still tied.
Again, the ropes look the exact same as when you tied them.
Okay. All right. So as we walk in, I say, "All right. You have a guest." And sometimes Miriam brings gifts. Now, my friend here has some questions for you. I'll let him ask those questions, but you have to remember to be on your best behavior. And I'm gonna go and just take a step back.
Hello. You comfortable?
Can you cast
Being a
real
sassy.
magic?
I don't know. I move my hands and say things and stuff happens.
Did you have
But
to
what's
study
real?
for it? Did you have to put the work in? Or did you just call someone up and make a deal?
I did not put much work in. I am interested in putting work in. I did not exactly make a deal as much as the deal was made with me, though.
Unfortunate at best, but I can still smell the fake magic all over you.
That's okay. You want me to use want me to make it smell kind of fragrant in here? I can make it smell pretty for you. It'll still stink of fake magic, but at least it'll be a pretty stink, like when they use herbs for the outhouses. Pleasant your nose. It'll be fine.
You may not be good at casting spells, but at least you got a sense of humor. That's always good to know.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna pull out the book. And like I said, I am interested in studying. What's this all about?
It's a book.
It is a book. It's a very interesting book, I think.
It's a book full of words I doubt you can read.
Really. And DM, like, what percentage of the book is still there?
I would say you have like the first 2 pages, a couple pages from the middle, and then some stuff at the end. Like it was more or less just grab and rip. So it didn't come
Okay.
out in like a chunk. It came out pretty like loose.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the very first page. I'm gonna try to kind of like not show off that there's a lot of the book missing. But I'm gonna open up the first page and say, I mean, I don't know. It seems like a pretty easy read to me. And then I'm going to read off the name of the
check for me.
spell. A wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. No, damn it, fans. Don't fly away. Oh, my dice. Okay. Well, I'm not using that dice. Thing is turning off while I'm talking to you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. That is a 15.
All right. So,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's a 14.
it's a 14. So
I used the wrong modifier.
you look at the script and the jumbly foreign letters slowly start to rearrange themselves into something that can be a little more legible. As you're looking at it, you can tell, or you can read the name of the spell, and it's still a little bit jumbled. Like, not all of the words are coming through for you, but you can get the gist of. It's a spell for the greater. It's a spell for greater soul binding circle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so you say this?
So no, well, I'm gonna be like, I mean, spellbinding. I'm gonna say it in the language on the book. I'm gonna say it's a spellbinding.
Make a wisdom check for that as well.
Make another wisdom check. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can read Spanish, but I can't speak Spanish.
It's another 14.
Another 14.
Yeah.
All right. You try to start to form the words, but they kind of get caught in your throat because it's dialect you've never spoken, and you're not even sure where these words are supposed to be formed in your mouth, like linguistically.
Okay. So I'll be like, spell, and then I'll be like, you know, I mean, I'll admit, this is not the easiest language for me to read, but I'll say this in common, right? I mean, it is a spellbinding, a spellbinding circle, a circle of spellbinding. Blah!
Soul binding.
It is a circle of soul binding. It's a spell for a circle of
It's
soul
not
binding.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I want to say from behind him, if you want the rest of these pages back, you have to play nice.
He gets really quiet and looks like just absolutely stone-faced.
But I do, you know, I do get the gist of it. Soul binding. It's a very interesting topic. Not something very common up here, you know, amongst all of us upper, whatever you want to call it.
Crust cattle.
Do I know what that means? Or do I understand what that is?
That's what they're calling like
Oh, crust cattle.
mantle cattle.
Oh, I thought he was just like
No.
Crust cattle.
crust cattle. Oh, crust cattle. Ah, you know, cattle's pretty tasty. Are you cannibalistic?
Hmm. You want to find out?
Nah, I don't want you to be chomping on me, sir. That's all right.
All right. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch.
Both or
Anybody
Oh,
that's
yeah,
standing
who?
in front of him.
okay. 14 and then plus 2, so 16.
16. Okay.
I got half of what Etlan has.
So an 8.
I have eight.
All right. So, right about then, he actually rips out of the knots. Not necessarily ripping. It's more of just he pulled on them and they fell apart. And he stands up real quick and
Okay, I want to use ice knife.
Okay. So he stands up and backhands Armand and grabs the book, and then takes a swipe at you. But go ahead and roll for ice knife.
Okay. So ice knife.
Can I react at all? No, huh?
That was your saving throw.
That was my saving throw, but can I react?
With the
Once-
holler?
Once you get your feet back under you.
Okay. So I can do a
Okay.
reaction. Okay.
So it says make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d6, d10. Okay, so what am I rolling here?
You'd be rolling your
Just a d20?
just to hit.
Okay.
And what's your spell save DC?
It
Actually, I'm
is-
sorry. We don't need that right now. What's your?
I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7. Okay,
I did.
plus your intelligence plus your proficiency.
Intelligence is 3 and proficiency is 2. So 12.
So 12.
If this is added up.
So you throw it. This shard of ice shoots out of your hand, and he does the exact same thing he had done before, where he just kind of catches it and dissipates it What's the secondary effect on that?
So that one, it says the target and each creature within hit or miss the shard, then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice explodes must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
All right, so I need you and Armand and Bjorn
Okay.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
11 and 13 or 12.
I got 17.
All right, and what's your spell
Natural
save DC?
1.
That would be natural 1. Jeez, man.
Armand doesn't get there. He's still reeling from the back.
So it's a 13.
13. So
None of us make it.
the only one. Well, the drow again just like catches the second explosion. Like he negates what's gonna happen to him. He's able to kind of like foresee it and move accordingly. Bjorn, you're able to just kind of like duck behind your shield a little bit, and you're good. The other two of you though, you need to take 2d6 worth of cold damage. So Etlin, roll 2d6 for me.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, shit.
So that's a 6 and a 1. 7.
Plus
And-
your intelligence.
Plus my int?
Yeah, 'cause that's how
so-
you calculate your damage.
Plus 3. So 10. So super dope.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, so
Okay.
all of you take 10 cold damage.
That's me.
We both
I'm-
take 10 cold damage.
I'm not the best. You know?
Okay. Okay.
In the aftermath of the secondary explosion, the drow just books it out the door.
I can't do a reactionary spell at all.
What's the spell?
Hellish Rebuke.
You can Hellish Rebuke, yeah.
Okay. So he does his thing, and as I'm getting pelted by freaking ice, and we've talked about this before. I don't know, DM, if you want this to go ahead and go forward, about accidentally just yelling Abyssal during this spell.
Okay.
And so in Abyssal, I'm going to yell, "Ow, asshole!" and cast the spell without really like thinking about it. Just kind of like.
Oh, right. I'm looking up the spell right
And,
now.
And if it's possible, but I don't know if this would be. I would want it to be non-lethal, but it might not be, depending on whether or not Armand would have thought that far ahead.
All right, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could have told you that. I had it open.
And what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC.
Uh-huh.
That is.
I don't like my magic being leveraged.
Where is that? Where?
That should be, I think it's 8 plus your proficiency plus charisma for you.
Spell save. Oh, that's. Oh yeah, I know where that is. I'm sorry. Let me look. Jeepers. That is saving throw for a spell. Okay, 13.
So 13.
Yeah.
All right, now go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Okay.
So that's 2d10
That's
fire
two
damage.
D10s. Yeah. Where are my D10s? Snap.
So-
Oh, okay, there they are.
Pretty much, you're going to roll 2d10 and tell me half because he passed it. He passed the,
Okay.
the dex save.
That is 2. So he got. So I got 1 HP off.
Yeah, so...
Ow, you asshole!
Ow, asshole,
Ian,
and you
I
point
have-
at him.
the same kind of question about reckless casting.
Oh, okay, what's up with, like, if you can react with it?
With a cantrip. It's okay if I can't. I just wonder.
Let me see. Can you actually grab my phone for me? So this is gonna take just a second. Everybody in chat, hang tight. I need to do just a little bit of rules research here for just a second.
This is how the sausage gets
Cool.
made, guys.
Hey, so in the meantime, I'm still trying to. I think I know who Jelly is. Is the LE very important in Jelly? If you're there.
I wish Nick was here.
I do too.
I
I should not be taking the lead in anything.
I
I didn't know the contact thing, but oh boy, am I going to be real good about the contact thing later.
yeah, Jelly
Yeah,
Sound. Good to
for-
have you. Good to hear from you.
For illusion spells like that, any sort of physical contact instantly breaks it,
Yep.
or at least makes it obvious that it's an illusion.
Yeah,
You broke it.
I did.
Not him. You.
When you first said the thing, you were saying like we've talked about this before. To talk about the whole like just cursing in Abyssal.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the idea of like don't use magic things that can hurt me while I'm next to the thing.
We have Armand and Evelyn have talked about that as well.
Luckily, Bjorn just bullet sponge that
Bjorn's just
is
like
fine.
It's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
he's all. What
he's-
the what?
He's just fine though. Like he's like got like a knife in the back and he's just like
Well, that
Yeah.
what, does he still have a knife in the back?
So
No, that was
No,
the same
that was
thing.
all-
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna make my DM decision here and say that we can't do that as a
That's okay.
reaction, because it says spend your action.
That's fair.
So
Okay, then.
he
so he books it.
he takes his 1 point of damage and just cheeses it right out the door.
Is
I'm
Bjorn
running
okay
after him.
I'm gonna chase after him.
Yeah,
Chase after him.
Because homie did not.
we're all
get
gonna
hurt.
chase. He's a freaking drow is about to run through a freaking inn. We're chasing after him. Yes.
All right.
His leg is still kind of bouncy. He should be moving.
What?
It's fair.
His leg's still-
The guy's leg's bad.
His legs.
He shouldn't
His
be moving all
legs
that
should be messed up. Yeah. We'll see what the DM says.
So he's taking the stairs.
Yeah, I mean he's on his way out the door as he gets. At this point, he's already.
I want to just consistently just yell for Miriam as we start to chase him down the stairs.
And I'm just gonna yell,
I live
"Stop!"
upstairs.
And I'm gonna try to use some of my authority and be like, stop that criminal, as I'm running behind him.
So, as
Uh,
he's reaching the
when-
bottom of the stairs,
Okay.
because he's got a pretty decent lead on you at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches the bottom of the stairs, and you just hear absolute chaos erupt down below. What is usually like loud talking and laughing quickly becomes screams of terror.
And no, I just want to put out there. I didn't get to describe Miriam to you guys. This isn't
Okay.
trying to game anything. Miriam's a badass and a half, like the kind who just has a shotgun behind the register ready. That's Miriam.
She's a wastelander.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To you how you decided to do this.
So throughout all the chaos and everything, I'm assuming you're chasing after him.
What's our
Yes.
order?
Mhm.
I'm
Who's
Bjorn first.
Okay.
Yeah, Bjorn would have been closest to the door. And then
Who took more damage? Or I guess who's in-
I got smacked back.
Are you bloodied?
Oh. Okay, wait. When he attacked me, did I going back in time, when he attacked me, did I take any damage? I know I took damage from Etlin.
Not really.
Okay. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna
okay.
go ahead and assume that your health is that low then, and I'm probably ahead of you.
I got pushed back and then I cast a spell and all pissed off. So yeah, you're ahead of me.
Okay.
But that's okay because I don't care about cover. So okay, so we're running after him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you guys get to the bottom of the stairs, like I said, it was just pure chaos down there. And the front door is open, and you look over, and Miriam is actually reloading a crossbow, and there's a bolt stuck in the door frame where it looks like she had tried to take a shot and missed. But the drow is now out on the street.
Okay. Wait. So, are we like going out the door behind the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're asking about where we're located?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, DM where.
So he went out the door. Like, you guys get to the bottom of the stairs to see him going out the door.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I can see him.
You could see him on his way out the door.
Can I
Yeah.
shoot an Eldritch Blast before he disappears my vision with my sniper and the ignoring cover?
You can try.
Okay, I want to shoot a non-lethal Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay.
I feel like
I've-
we've got all our information from this guy.
I have. Oh, damn it! It
While he's
bounced
doing that,
out.
I'm just gonna attempt to charge the dude, try to tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a. That's a 5 with my charisma.
Okay.
Wait, no. 7. That's a 7 with my charisma. That's a 7.
Okay.
So
So
Shit.
you take your shot and it goes wide and hits the other side of the door frame from where Miriam had put a crossbow bolt into the other side.
Mhm.
I have.
I.
Oh.
If we're not doing anything else, I'm running after him.
Okay, I was just about to
I
ask
have.
if Bjorn
Oh.
was actually wanting to. You said you wanted to like charge and try to tackle him.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to make a strength check for me.
Ooh, that's. Do I have my proficiency to that?
No, this is just going to be straight strength.
Okay, then 5.
5. All right,
Yeah.
make a dexterity check for me.
Rewind. Ooh. Ooh. Mod 20.
Mod 20?
Alright.
Yeah.
So you are able to actually catch up to him on his bad leg.
Yeah.
He's moving pretty quick. He's moving quicker than you would have thought for someone with a bad knee, but he's still trucking. But you're able to just like flat out sprint just all as fast as you can, and you get up to him. You just go straight out for the spear, like just to spear tackle him, and yeah, you manage to wrap up his good leg, so he's forced to put all of his weight on his bad knee. And he just like
Crunch.
collapses and crumbles to the ground. But at this point, like he hits the ground and he's instantly slashing at you with a dagger that he was hiding in his boot. So what? And it connects because your armor class is 14, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you tackle him to the ground. He puts all of his weight on his bad leg, kind of shoulder rolls onto his back. In one swift movement, grabs that dagger out of his boot and comes down to like stab you. He catches you just above the shoulder blade.
Oh,
So
it's the shoulder blades.
dude, it's all like that's the easiest spot to get to on a dwarf. Like think about it. You're so tiny,
Listen,
like low to the
it's-
ground.
It's shoulder blades and beard. That's pretty much it for a dwarf.
Okay, no, like to defend myself a little bit.
No,
Like,
no, you're fine.
Just like when you're trying to hit a cat.
Okay.
Why would you hit a cat? That's messed up.
You wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. I
So-
wouldn't hit Bjorn.
The
Bjorn.
dagger comes down, and in all of the wrestling that's going on right there at the moment, it does come down, and he's able to get the actual blade like to connect, but he's not able to get a very good angle on it. So you only take 2 damage.
Okay. I take 2 damage.
But now you're both prone and grappling.
Okay, I want to
So-
pop up on this.
Yeah, we both. Well, I guess we both
We
get out the
catch
door
up?
too, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to go help with this.
Okay.
While Etlin is going to help, before I go to help, I want to look around and see if there's anybody in the street paying attention to this and
Oh.
who they are.
Everyone is.
Everybody, yeah.
And no, Google, I don't want your help with that. So are there guards out here?
There are, in fact, I was actually just getting ready to stop the action so the guards could get involved. The guards are
Okay.
actually moving up, and it's several guards because the guard shift has been bolstered since the invasion yesterday.
The guy had the book.
So
Yes, the guy did have the book.
Okay.
But the guards are coming forward, spears at the ready.
and okay,
So
And,
they're like kind of forming a circle around you, like spears at the ready.
It's the phalanx.
And they're yelling at everybody, "Stop! Break it up!"
so
Like, trying to get involved to try to help pull Bjorn off of the drow.
I want to play it off. I want to try to play this off. Like
I'm gonna
Guy- guys. Like here, Bjorn, my friend. Like pull him off. Listen, officers. This man, I came out of nowhere, began attacking the customers of this establishment back here. You all know Miriam, fantastic woman, does not deserve this kind of treatment at the hands of this drow. Oh my God, he's a drow.
Make
Guys,
a
did
deception
you-
check.
Huh?
Make a deception check.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
In fact, make
Charisma
it
plus
with
2.
make it with advantage.
I was really scared you were gonna say disadvantage. Thank you. All right,
Okay.
so it's a 19 right now. So mod 21. So I'm gonna
Ooh.
see if I can get higher than that. 14. So it's a mod 21.
Okay. So you're pleading with the guard, "Hey, this guy doing the thing, and he looks super confused, but he's on board to help you out." He looks. Oh, go ahead.
Cuff him! Cuff him!
Can I walk up behind Etlin? And before I get any guard's attention, cast Prestidigitation, make myself look presentable, and then walk up next to him.
Yeah. So you make yourself look presentable, not as disheveled and blood covered.
Yeah. And then I'll walk up and say to whatever guard I would recognize as being the highest ranking or anything like that, and say, "Gentlemen, this drow needs to be taken to the Grey Falcon."
As you say that,
I'm like agreed, and I like give the guy a little, give the drow like a smack, like,
as
Of
Fiend.
course, with the ring, right? Yeah.
as you're mentioning the Grey Falcon, a couple members actually do arrive on the scene because they were out in force as a way to help try to keep town morale up. Seeing their heroes out and present should help. But lo and behold, one of the ones that shows up is our good friend, Chase Truthseeker.
Damn it.
So he
that's
walks
that's
up.
the young buck.
Yeah, that's the young one. He goes,
Okay.
What is this?
Did you see a drow in the city?
You brought a drow in the city?
No, they came here. What are you talking about?
How did you find
Take this
them?
man into custody.
Take them all into custody. Something's not right here.
Wait, excuse me,
Excuse
Excuse you,
sir.
No.
sir.
You do not have a higher authority than I.
Yeah, and I'm a
Like you.
private citizen, asshole.
Listen,
I'd like you to...
you, sir. I'll turn to Ellen. Just relax.
I'm sorry. He just
There's a drow in the city.
Came through where I live, the building I live in. Frustrating. I'm sorry.
Okay. And I'll be like, Mr. What was his name? Scheiße.
Go let. What is it? Truth Seeker.
Chase
Truth
Truthseeker.
Truth Seeker. Truth Bearer. No, well, I wrote Truth Bearer.
It was probably Truth
'Cause
Bearer.
the-
I don't have my notes today.
Because the Truth
Oh,
Seeker, that's my job. I'm a Truth Seeker.
That's what it is. It's Chase Truth Bearer. I'm sorry.
Inspector Truth Bearer. Listen. Obviously, we need to break this up. And I presume that Bjorn and the drow are being pulled off each other?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But don't start throwing around random baseless accusations that could be very easily used to discredit you in your inspection and your investigation of this incident. You wouldn't want to have to let some random drow out in the streets because you did not properly do your investigation.
Go to bed.
I want to just look in the back, like looking real impressed, like, whoa, dude.
You know that any sort of representative would rip that apart, just randomly accusing people of bringing drow into the city. I mean, this is Xander's Fed. You don't think that the guards would catch that?
Make a deception
Habeas
check.
corpus.
Make a deception check.
Make a deception check. Okay, can I freaking roll a freaking decent roll in this damn game today? Let's see. What's my
Sweet.
deception?
Because I'm liking
Deception.
that everyone you've met in regards to this drow, you've just blatantly lied to.
I'm super deep in it. Oh my god!
Nope. Not
It's
good.
another freaking natural one.
May I suggest
What?
changing the dice?
I've changed the dice. Look. I've got 4 different dice that I've put to the side. This is die number 5 that I'm putting to the side.
Dice hell, my dude.
Use
Oh,
the table breaker.
it's
Yes.
too freaking hot in here. Yeah, I'll use the table breaker next. I'll use Marquise. Thank you,
So-
Marquise. See.
Chase looks at you and goes, if you knew the kind of investigation that was going on in here, you would have said something a little bit different. Arrest them. Take them. And several guards actually come up and start trying to take you into custody.
I'm gonna go ahead and let myself get taken by this. I have nothing to. I have no issue with this.
This is an affront to me and my house, and you will pay for this. I swear.
Oh, I've heard too many
On
people
everything.
swearing too often. Just get them away. This is exhausting.
I'll let the guard take me, and I'll say, I need Godric.
And,
What about you, Bjorn?
Yeah, the guard.
I need
I just-
Jesus, Rick.
Yeah, I do the same. I kind of kick the draw on the leg on the way out.
Damn.
Like, bitch.
Damn.
Actually, make a perception check for me.
You know me?
Which one of us?
All of you.
Okay.
Sick. That's a 1.
That is a 16.
4.
Thanks,
All right.
Marquise.
Wait
So,
a minute. No, let's see. 6.
okay. So in the chaos of the situation, Armand, you're the only one to realize that the man laying on the ground isn't your drow.
What?
Oh, crap. Do I know would I be able to recognize the spell, if there's a spell or anything, and dispel it?
I think at this level you don't have any sort of like dispel magic or like counterspell or anything. But do you have detect magic?
No.
Wait, he notices this?
I just
Yes.
noticed that there's something off.
No, you notice that the guy on the ground is completely different than the drow that you were chasing. He doesn't.
I have.
But he's
I've
a
used
drow?
Huh?
But he is a drow?
I mean, you thought he was.
I've used detect magic in front of this man.
In front of who?
In front of you.
Okay. I wouldn't know it. Right?
You saw me shoot
Detect,
ice at a chair that had nothing in it.
detect magic is a very subtle spell as it is. The majority of the time, whenever it's used, the biggest.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying
Noticeable
it has a physical presence or anything, but my observant law friend over here saw us walk into a room, me look at a chair and then shoot ice at it, and then there be a drow there.
But I also heard him laughing too that last time.
No, I
I
don't
remember I yelled, there's
Yeah.
something over here.
Yeah, there was
Oh, okay.
definitely.
I
laughing
didn't remember that
involved.
part. Well, I take it. back.
And so I'll look at him, and he's not a drow, he's a what, a human?
Yeah, he's a human man, looking very similar to the gentleman that actually gave you the job at the farm.
What about the part where
Uh,
Bjorn kicked him?
Yeah, so he just kicked the guy laying on the ground, and the guy
But
laying
if-
on the ground. writhed
If
in
the
pain.
guy is using any kind of disguisey thing, that would at least be broken to Bjorn.
Let me double check.
Okay. I don't mean to try to change the thing you're doing here, but I do want to catch this boy.
This Who would win? A group of daring adventurers or one sneaky boy?
I mean, it depends.
I'm just curious as to whether or not I should call him out. Huh. This is interesting.
So
Check it out, guys. I'm an anime.
I don't get. While we're doing this, I'm looking at the chat and I don't get it. Is it because are you guys saying it's the fifth Diana Soar?
Because you were swapping out dies earlier.
Okay.
You said it's your fifth die.
Yeah.
Did you feel me reaching for that one so hard?
Actually, no. That's pretty legit. Although, I never would have gone there.
okay, so I need you to make. Actually, no. I would say, given the heat of it, it says that it could be dispelled on an investigation check, but given the heat of the moment, there's not enough time for you to actually. Because at the time you've been cuffed and you're currently being hauled away, so there's not enough time to get a good look, like a good enough look to be able to call it on being fake.
Okay.
And Bjorn?
So.
Yeah, do I see anything?
Or does he just see the drow getting taken off and just like, whatever?
Like, for what he saw when he kicked the guy on the ground, he could have sworn that it was a drow. Kicked him in his bad knee. The guy whimpered, but other than that, he didn't really see anything different.
Poopy butts.
So you've now been cuffed and are being dragged back to the hearing house, which is conveniently located inside the Temple of the Lord.
We have a friend who is here.
That's Temple of the Mistress.
Damn it.
Well, he's at the
Churches.
Temple of the Mistress. I'm the person from the freaking hearing house. Son of a biscuit.
So, as you're being taken in, do you do anything?
I'm just gonna stare. I'm gonna try to make eye contact with this drowman, and be like, I see you.
Okay, now make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Does it matter if I was just trying to tell him that as opposed to? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That is a 17.
All right. So with your 17, you are able to see through the facade, and that's definitely the drow.
Okay.
So, do I have a clear line of sight at this guy?
Yeah?
There's no one between me and this guy then?
No.
Catapult.
What?
I have a wooden ball.
No murder. No. Oh my god. Ah.
Well, your hands are covered, aren't they? Can you cast catapult?
Yeah.
If it's a verbal spell, yeah.
So it takes a movement, but like the thing that we've established for mine is that like I essentially like levitate the thing and then like flick in the direction.
Oh.
So let me see here real quick.
Oh crap.
Wait, if it knocks him out, will it dispel his like disguise?
That's what I'm shooting for.
Well, if it freaking kills him, then they will have a reason to arrest us.
Well, that would dispel it too. Then he'll turn to drow, wouldn't he?
Steven,
Mhm.
on the catapult spell, does it say like visual or verbal, material, semantic?
Let me see here.
Because if it's just verbal, then yes. If it's semantic in any form, then your hands are bound, and that's where we're going to run into the issue there.
You have to be
Okay.
holding on to something. Where's my
For
Misty?
sure.
Where are you?
So the component is just S.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to say you can do it this time through. So, you just kind of, because your hands are here in front of you.
Mhm.
So, how do you get to the ball?
Let's see. So it says choose one object weighing up to 5 pounds that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line. The thing that I said was I just put it in a little pouch
Okay.
next to me
So
because
you
I
can-
I carry that in a pouch that's itself at all
Okay.
times.
Then you
It's special to me.
then you should be able to kind of reach in there and get it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm okay with flinging just that whole pouch.
Okay. So
It's just a little leather bag. Yeah.
All right. So just fling in the whole pouch.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead
Okay, I
and
suppose.
roll your damage.
All right. So
Do they get any sort of dex save or anything?
the object flies in a straight line at 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground. It stops early if it hits a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, they must make a dexterity save. Do you think he's facing away from me because we're walking towards the place?
He is, but he still
Okay.
gets his save, and because he's facing away, I am gonna give him disadvantage.
Okay.
He's facing me.
And what's your
Put
spell
away.
save DC?
13.
All right, he fails it.
Boom.
So roll your damage.
All right. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes take 3d8. This is gonna be good.
He's already been hit.
So roll
time. Yes.
roll your damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, 4.
You're making this non-lethal, right?
So he's going to take 9 damage.
9.
Yeah.
All right, so you just start.
Which is low for me on the 5
Yeah, no,
D,
your-
or the
Your
3d8
catapult
scale. So
damage is normally ridiculous.
yeah, so I'm kind of happy on this one.
So you throw it. It streaks out of your hand and catches the guy right in like the lower spine.
See, all I wanted.
Yeah, just and there's like a pretty gross snapping or like popping sound, and the ball itself falls to the ground. Toot, 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 toot. And the
I want to look behind me like.
all right, so the drought takes the shot to the back and just like and falls forward, dropping the disguise and falling flat on his face. Boom.
I want to like can I like jump to the side like like I'm fearing more strikes.
Yeah, you definitely.
Okay.
All the guards are kind of looking around a little bit confused. Most of them have like swords at the ready.
Is he? So he's paralyzed?
He's
At the very least, I think he's out cold.
from what you can see, he appears to be out cold.
Okay, but he's not dead.
I don't know, the way Ian said that made it sound like he might be dead. I don't know.
Or at the very least, paralyzed. He might have broken something.
Something. Yeah.
So okay, so we've got a drow lying down.
Yeah.
We're all tied up.
So
Did Etlin drop?
Yeah, I jumped to the side like I'm terrified. Shots fired.
so, Chase actually is the one to walk up, and he's looking at the body. He's like, "Holy!" Like kind of just muttering to himself, a little bit astonished that it's actually a drow. And he bends down, kind of checking him out, and then
I'll look at him and be like, "What a surprise! Your
Yeah,
freaking truth seeker knows what the heck he's doing."
I don't need your sass right now. We're kind of in the middle of something important here. We'll call you if we need your help.
Ha 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 ha.
He goes back to checking him out. Then he stands up, and you're not too far away from the Temple of the Lord at this point. So when the guy goes down, clerics actually came from in front, and they met you, and they're not even worried about you guys. They're more talking to Chase and the drow, and you see them both kind of pick him up and kind of field carry him away back towards the Temple of the Lord. Chase comes by to you, Armand, and he goes, "All right, looks like show's over. Let's go. Come on."
Go where?
I'm still taking you in.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get
Uh,
Godric?
I mean, he'll probably be there. But as of right now, harboring an enemy of the state, concealing evidence, I'm pretty sure I can make that one stick. And I would say you could probably do something else along the lines of tampering with evidence and impeding an ongoing investigation. So just
Wait.
with those four, I have more
You
than
you
enough
hear
grounds to
yourself.
take you in.
You're going to make it stick.
Yeah.
You're going to plant something on me.
I mean, I don't have to plant everything. And he looks at Outland and goes, "Those are some fancy blades you got there."
I barely had those stuck in my belt. I was thinking about this one. Do you think they would have fallen out when we went to run after the guy?
Probably not. If you had them like in your belt, they would have been.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are some pretty fancy blades you got there.
I know a guy.
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, never seen a blade like that before.
I've never seen 3 holes open up in the ground.
My
Whole bunch
thought
of crazy shit in town.
My thought exactly. 3 holes open up. Now you got a fancy sword floating around. You got 2 of them even that look almost identical. We've had 1 drow body that unsurprisingly was unarmed. And now there's another drow body that's surprisingly unarmed.
And yet you have nothing to indicate where the connection is. This is all
I'm not
circumstantial.
I'm not
This is
talking
all
about
guesswork.
any of this any further with you in the middle of the street. We can talk.
Yeah, in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
talking about how you're going to stick evidence to me.
Yeah, we're not going
Yes.
to do anything along those lines out here.
Excellent.
So how about we just head on in. We can get you set up with a nice room, and maybe we could talk about this in the morning. I'm tired.
I want to go ahead and go along with what they're making happen here.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to fight it.
Yeah, me neither. There's not much we can do.
Also, I want to make sure I make it clear. At some point in everything, I want to have used my mage hand to get my wooden ball back.
Okay, that works. Am I being detained?
Oh man.
Dude, that's all I thought the whole time.
I'm just gonna go along with it.
All
But
right.
it's like,
So, yeah, the guard detail that was walking you in, one of them comes and picks you up, Etlin, and gets you back on your feet and kind of pushes you forward. And they take you in.
And I want to say when he picks me and pushes me forward, I want to say, "Ooh, Daddy likes it rough." And then I want to use how creeped out he probably is by this to put a little distance between me and that guy.
Okay, he just looks not necessarily disgusted, just a little bit confused.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what the hell? God, this place is going to hell.
I just go, "You heard me."
And
wink.
you're able to put just like a couple more feet between you and the guy.
Okay.
But they do get you into the Lord's Temple, and they start taking you through the process of booking you. There is a holding cell that all 3 of you are in together, so you haven't actually been taken down to the cells proper yet. But as
Would they have had any trouble with the fact that I have no form of legitimate ID?
would any of us have forms of ID?
not
They
necessarily,
have a law system. I don't know.
there's
Okay.
not necessarily
Someone just left most of them in the inn.
there's not necessarily a form of ID, but Armand, you do have a license as a truth seeker,
Oh yeah.
and you have that on you. And they were able to find it. They reviewed it. They gave it back. But that doesn't change the fact that you are being detained.
And does I know we're in the jailhouse as opposed to the courthouse, but is there anybody that recognizes me? I just want to know.
As you're being brought in, there's a couple people that look familiar, since you are still pretty new to the city. There's a ton of faces that come in and out of that building all day, every day. So there's a couple people that look familiar to you, and they kind of give you a look like, hey, what? But they kind of they kind of get over themselves and go back to what they're doing.
Is there anyone who recognizes me?
Surprisingly not.
Shit. Shit.
Surprise
Is there,
me.
is there anyone who I recognize?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. That's a 4.
That's a 4.
4.
Nope.
Do I know that I'm in a jail even?
Yes, you do. It had to be explained to you a couple of times, but so while you're waiting, a gentleman actually comes to the holding cell and goes, which one of you is Armand Felbrin?
I'll just kind of stand up straight. That'll be me, sir.
All right, I need you to come with me.
Okay.
You two, you can wait here. We're not quite ready for you yet. And
Myself.
at this
What he
point,
said.
at this point, all of your gear has been taken. By the way, so Bjorn, your axes are gone. Your shield is gone. Your backpack is gone. You're pretty much left with the clothes on your back. Etlin, your backpack is gone. Your pen and papers are gone. Your little wooden ball is gone. And Armand, all of your weaponry and personal belongings are gone and logged.
Okay.
Minus your.
Are they searching through my stuff?
I mean, I would assume that they would have.
So they would know about my background too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They already went. They already reviewed your truth seeking license and all that kind of stuff. They know exactly who you are.
Okay, so they know everything about me beyond just the fact that I'm a truth seeker.
Yes, they know
Okay.
who you are, where you're from, what you've been about, the whole. So
Okay. All
they take you and they bring you back into like they kind of walk you back a little bit further into the building, and they sit you down in a very nice office.
Okay.
Sorry, I was communicating with Erica here. So they sit you down in a very nice office and say, "Wait here. He'll be with you shortly."
Any idea who he might be?
No, they like to play the pronoun game.
Can you take these off?
Uh,
The rope or whatever it is they have around me.
yeah, they come down and they unshackle you, so your hands are free. I like that you're very ornately displaying your ring. And the guard that brought you in leaves and closes the door behind him. A few minutes later, a gentleman comes in, one you haven't seen before, and Godric in tow. So two come in, and the gentleman you've never met actually comes behind the desk and sits down. So he goes, "Mr. Felbrin,
Yes, sir.
I've had some very disturbing news as of today that you were involved in some, should I call it mischief? Should I call it terrorism?"
Seems like a lead.
Words are cute. You know
Sorry,
this as much as I. Who are you, sir? Identify yourself, please.
yes.
Before you start asking me any sort of questions. You know who I am.
Yes, I know exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Samuel Goodwill, and I am I'm actually the lead truth seeker of Xanderstedt. I figured that you would have known this, but okay. So, based on the events of today, I regret to inform you that your services of a truth seeker are no longer needed.
You gotta get
Well, Lord, Lord Goodwill, it's good to finally meet you face to face. I did not recognize you. No, I'm sorry. I did know your name. Did not recognize your face. Explain this to me. How, and I'll look at Godric. Someone's child, someone's pet, and inspector, and I'll look back at him, can throw some random, baseless, circumstantial accusation that cannot be proven in any way, shape, or form, and randomly get someone, a truth seeker, a former head, and a noble of Felbrin, fired from his position.
Godric steps up behind the desk, and he's carrying a bundle. He sets it down and starts to unwrap it. He goes, well, we did find one of your friends in possession of these. And he opens it up, and it's the 2 drow swords, as well as both of the drow signet rings that you had.
Wait. Both?
There were 2.
Yeah, Nickelodeon has one.
Nickelodeon has one, so just the one. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like, and these.
I had that keistered.
The what?
I had that ring keistered.
Hitting
Yeah.
up his butt. So it's like, well, I understand the concern of this seeming circumstantial, but you have to understand, we found you in possession of drow artifacts?
Drow.
Yes.
Where these are drow? How do you know they're drow?
We have historians that have gone back and matched the specific forging method, as well as the technique of, and he pointed down to the pommel, the technique of inlaying specific colors and gems to signify different meaning or houses. All of this points very strongly to drow, and even the way that the blades are made. One was for a strong fighter, and the other one is sheerly means of self-defense should, I would assume, any sort of magic fail and they have to close in some sort of melee. But what I'm getting at here is you were in possession of some very hotly contested goods here, and you knew of a drow in the city and decided to take them yourself when you knew that this was an investigation being handled by the Grey Falcon. That's information that should have been reported. That is information that is, in the eyes of me and of Lord Goodwill here, that's grounds of obstruction of justice.
It's interesting you should say that.
Considering.
We did come across a drow in an inn upon arriving there to stay with a local citizen, somebody who who I have new met, as you know, Godric. I don't know about you, Lord Goodwin, but Goodwill. But Godric, you know that I've only been here for 2 weeks, trying to get to know some of the locals. And yes, we came across an individual who, and you can ask the constable, and I'll just pretend I know his name, from yesterday, came by to request an investigation into missing persons. We investigated, found these swords and this ring, don't understand where they came from, came back, found him again, interrogated him. He turned into a freaking drow and took off in this inn. We chased him, tried to apprehend him, and the guards came upon him at the same time. Thankfully, they came in, they picked him up. But yes, I certainly did not know these were drow. I found one of these pommels yesterday. You might have recognized I left it on the table. Didn't know where it came from. The second one we found at this individual's house. We believed that it was like some random farming artifact, or some random artifact this farmer had come across. And it might have played into the missing person, but certainly had nothing to do with the knowledge of drow. The second we found out he was drow, he took off from us, and we had no opportunity to secure him for you, good sir.
All of this seems just a touch too convenient, doesn't it? You just happened upon this? You just happened upon our suspect? Well,
we did come across a drow corpse one day ago, as you know.
I do remember.
We
You're the one
found...
that told me where it was. You're the one that informed my men of where the body was.
Yes, absolutely, and we did. We also came across many goblins along the way.
Yes.
And we found this sword. It was a very interesting looking sword. Certainly we wanted to get more information about it, but we didn't have any connection to believe that it was with the drow at that point in time. It was just an ornate sword. And to be honest, I mean, to be fair, you've met my companions, my new companions, they're not that wealthy. And we were actually thinking about selling it.
And who would you sell a piece like this to?
Probably one of the smiths in town. I don't know that many. I was hoping to find some with a more keen eye for such delicate craftsmanship and these stones in there. You know, I had no idea that they were magical of some sort, but I'm not familiar with that kind of stuff. It's usually you gentlemen. You do these investigations and bring them to me. I don't usually.
That is exactly the point. We do the investigations. You were a truth seeker. Why were you in the field? Why were you risking yourself to seek something of this nature? You should have, of all people, understood the separation in duty.
Well, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the way things are back in Ingersoll. We have about a militia of maybe 4 to 10 guards at any point in time, and then one truth seeker, myself.
Mm-hmm.
We hire rangers to conduct investigations for us.
Mm-hmm.
We are not very familiar with, or I myself am personally not very familiar with this sort of city, city living. And there was a constable. He was exhausted. There was nobody else listening to this who I thought was a poor farmer that just needed a quick little investigation. I figured his gentleman would have booked it after a freaking attack in the middle of this town, of this city, our grand city of Xanderstead, biggest jewel in Maxa. And I thought it would be a very open and shut case. A simple little, these gentlemen took off. And then we found these items. And yes, we went back to him to try to figure out where they were before we went to you, because we knew that you were exhausted. You had way too much on your hands to be dealing with this kind of thing. And I do apologize if it was a bit presumptuous of me, but I was actually trying to make things easier for the Grey Falcon.
Well, we do appreciate the consideration and the thought. However, that does not change the facts at hand. As of right now, you have been formally charged with harboring. You have been charged with tampering of evidence and obstruction of justice. How you wish to play it from here is completely up to you. You know the process. There will be a hearing. There will be a truth seeker to sit as judge on your panel. But I'm telling you, your days as a truth seeker are finished. Just at the very least, look at this from the political side of this. This kind of scandal. How can anyone trust what our people are saying and the judgment that they're passing down? If nothing else comes of this, you have to understand that there has to be some sort of play to save face. It's just the way things work in the city.
And do you realize or recognize what happened in Ingersoll?
What happened in Ingersoll was unfortunate.
Do you realize or recognize what would happen if you try to make me a scapegoat and accuse me of harboring a drow when I just was the only survivor of a village destroyed by drow?
See, now, no proof ever came that it was destroyed by drow.
You have one eyewitness to the entire incident, and you're now trying to tell me that my testimony is not proof of the drow. I told you they disappeared.
Again, convenient.
It's also convenient that you would find this drow here. Yes, I agree. It's also very convenient for you to accuse the outsider from town for all of these shortcomings. But it would be interesting to see how much worse things would become in Xanderstead when your scapegoat is not there to blame.
Excellent.
And I will take a suspension, or if you're going to fire me, eradicate me of my position, then I would expect full compensation for my services that I was expected to conduct here in Xanderstead and in the outlying cities. As I'm
Compensation.
sure you don't have any people to send out to those towns that needed the help.
Compensation is something that will be discussed after sentencing. At this point, everything from here on in this conversation is irrelevant, and you will await trial.
This whole thing is irrelevant because you have no standing evidence. I can object to relevance, and then the truth seeker will agree with me.
And that is for the truth seeker to decide. So at this moment, he calls for the guard. I will require that you return to your cell to await actual processing into your more temporary residence. Please do not take this in any sort of personal attack on your character, but we will see how the court favors you. And the guard comes in and reshackles you. Says, in the meantime, I hope you have a great evening, and we will...
Do not walk me out in shackles. I'm not going to make a scene. But don't parade me in front of all those other truth seekers and former compatriots of mine. I'll just walk.
Okay, then just walk. He signals, and the
All right.
guard undoes the shackles. But this conversation has ended. Would you kindly? And the guard kind of ushers you out.
I want to check something, DM.
Okay.
That last third of the conversation, was that Goodwill or was that Godric?
That was Goodwill. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I do apologize. But so you are being ushered back to your cell, and that is where we are going to end for tonight.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry, guys.
fired.
if I was dragging that out.
No, I mean,
Everybody's to turn at the end.
I felt like it was a conversation that was well argued, well played.
Yeah, no, I had no qualms with that.
But everybody at home, thanks for sticking with us tonight. Thanks for putting up with all the technical nonsense before we got started. Thanks for sticking with us through the break. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for conversating with us.
DB, I love cliffhangers. That's how I get you back next week. Come on. Come on.
Indeed. Your name is DBZ. Come on, you understand cliffhanger.
Find out next time.
On.
Jelly Sound, thank you for hanging out. It's good to chat with you.
I need to kind of grovel here for a second. How many people do we have in the chat right now? Huh?
7?
7 people? Can I see their names?
You guys have been champions, actually,
Yeah,
in the chat. It's been
everybody
dope.
hanging out in the chat, trying to see if there's anybody that's just been lurking. Because if you're lurking, then we should just be friends. So if you have just not even a full second, that heart button right there at the top.
I don't
that a
see names
click.
I don't recognize here.
Okay.
You know Jelly sounds so well now, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the guys.
But if you have any friends that aren't following that like Dungeons and Dragons, if you have another account and you like Dungeons and Dragons, all I'm saying is we are so close to hitting our 50 followers, and it would be absolutely amazing if we could hit affiliate in our first month. We've hit every other milestone so far. We just need, I think it's 14 more people to come hang out and be a wizard. So spread the word, tell your friends, just be here and hang out. So I also want to tell everybody that's hanging out, thank you so much for giving us the platform to do this for you and hang out on Fridays, and for choosing to spend a Friday with us when there could maybe be other things that you were doing or thinking about, but you chose to
Ice
spend it here.
cream.
Ice cream's
Ice
a thing.
cream.
But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think I speak for the rest of the dudes here. We all appreciate you being here. Hit that follow button if you haven't already. If you want to go back and watch anything, there is a link to our YouTube down in the socials panel. That's also has a link to all of our Twitters, as well as the Mod 20 Twitter. Every Saturday or every Friday here, 7 o'clock, new games. Every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, you can catch me and anybody from the cast who wants to hang out. And we're going to talk about the world, talk about the game, talk about just things. we're just kind of hanging out on Wednesdays. So come hang out with us.
Mhm.
Mondays, every Monday. I think it's every Monday at noon. The game from this week goes up, and every Monday at 7, there's a rerun of this game as well here on Twitch. So just be around, hang out, let us know. Also, you can talk to us on Twitter at Mod20Gaming, where we like to talk to you. We like to know if you have any suggestions, anything like that. Shoot them at us. I'm always listening. Other than that, thank you so much for hanging out. You're all wizards, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Adios, guys.
Sleep well. Be good to someone tomorrow.